I'm sipping, 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 I'm sipping.
Sipping, I'm 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 sipping.
This is Sippin' with Sammie. I am Sippin' with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together. You know what I'm saying? This is the year-end recap. I got some folks with me. To the right of me, I have.
Oh, it's your girl, yo, Sunny Brick, and I'm in the building. Oh.
And who else we got in here?
We got the human Barbie.
Uh-oh. You know what I'm
Hey.
saying? And next to Barb, we have
County Kravitz. See me on the show.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Hold on, wait a minute.
Is that a
Y'all
filter?
thought I was finished? Hold on, wait a minute.
It is.
Y'all thought I was finished?
She got you looking beautiful.
Like I look like a Muslima.
Now,
You know what? Hey, yo.
Also, we'd be remiss if we didn't shout out Cody. Cody is in the background. You know what I'm
Cody,
saying?
my boy.
Hey.
Happy holidays to my guy. Huh? You the host. You the host.
Hostess.
Hostess.
You helping Fox Productions produce.
Yeah, you're the
Right.
co-producer.
Big
There we
boss.
go.
Big boss Cody in the building. So how is everybody? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Can we your glass is empty.
Yes.
My glass always empty, y'all.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
indeed.
I don't feel bad for Barbie, but I feel like Kravitz has been neglected, and we got to get Kravitz right.
There you go.
So that we can toast.
Let me know when you pop the champagne.
Get your hand
We're
on
gonna pop
her.
that in a second. I'm gonna let
No, I don't want to.
I'm gonna let one of the ladies do the honors of cracking that because y'all are the professionals.
Yes,
I have
sir.
I just happen to have two bartenders with me.
Yes, but you know what? I'm gonna let her do it just because she don't have nothing in her glass. So
let
I'm gonna let her be the star of that one.
Let
That
her do
human
her thing.
Barbie.
Take that back.
You know what I'm
That
saying?
Barbie.
I'll definitely pop this.
Do the Barbie thing, Barbie.
I'm crying.
Barbie.
Hilarious.
Oh, this
Now-
is nice and cool too.
Yes.
This
Bro
feels-
had it ready for it.
Yes, this feels good.
He said, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But everybody up here has been here before. You know what I'm saying? Actually, shit. Kravitz has co-hosted before. Barbie has co-hosted before. Sunny is my original co-host. So I got a bunch of my co-hosts up here. A bunch of people that actually are movers and shakers, which is why they probably not here more often. But all do big things in the city. And one thing about this year.
Let's go, sis. Let's go.
Pause for the cause.
All right, here we go.
There we go. Ting ting.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro is ready. You
You calling it 2023 with sound effects. Come
Right,
on, y'all.
okay.
Come on, y'all.
Look, he ready with the sound effects.
Come on now.
Y'all funny.
Come
But
on now. It's called upgrade. You
like
know
I
what I'm
was saying,
Listen.
That's an
That part.
upgrade.
Yes, please. Thank you, sis.
Yep, I
She
got
right
you.
on it. She right on it. Sis is on it.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get everybody situated. I will champagne
You
today.
know,
Y'all know
Ooh,
about
yesterday did a reel, right? Of
Yeah,
taking
did I
all the old stuff out and then the new stuff and then let me upgrade with that song in the background because it's trending right now.
So Kravitz is referring to the fact that we've upgraded the studio. A lot of stuff that y'all can't see
he definitely
on
should have.
camera.
I never thought about it. Now I see what you're talking about.
Y'all can't see it on camera, but shout out to Font for knowing what the fuck we need
Absolutely. Shout out to Fine.
Absolutely.
and all the many different ways we've collected these things.
Let's do
let's
it.
toast to the people. To the people.
Let's
Yo,
go.
toast whatever you want. I'm gonna do cognac.
Bam.
You know what I mean? I want to.
Toast.
We team champagne over
I want to
here.
be the
Okay.
first to tell you guys to have a blessed New Year.
Same to y'all
Same
too.
to you guys as well.
Kill
Team
shit.
too.
Absolutely.
I know,
what
nada.
To the panel, to our viewers, absolutely.
Yes.
What I tell Caution all the time, your job is to go out, kill shit, and come back home.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to my sister, Lady Caution.
Have
She
another
is
year of
killing
that.
it. Shout out to the sis.
Yeah,
Shout out to
Caution.
the sis.
No,
For
she
real.
did great this
Caution.
year. She had a great year.
Absolutely.
She on that Wody list.
Yeah.
She should be. She should be, and that's a big good one. That's
Absolutely.
Where would that
huge
power
thing.
bet? That's what's up
She had a
though.
really good
I love
year.
it.
Really good year. I think she battled like 11, 12 times this year.
Oh
Yeah,
shit. Yeah.
And killed it.
Yeah,
That's like-
And killed it. Like you said, go kill shit, come home.
Come on.
Killed it.
No, that's dope. That's dope. But you started new ventures this year. You want to speak to it?
I absolutely did. Yeah, so shout out. So, you know, of course, I'm the publisher and editor of On the Scene magazine, which is a positive platform.
See the mic.
Absolutely a positive platform publication. So along with it, I just like being the walking resource. I like being able to help people. So as an aside, I started On the Scene Notary, which I have multiple agents that work with us, and we serve people doing like power of attorneys and wills and loans, and all that is really important, especially like if you understand, like if you see the change in our community and, you know, just the change in our community and the real estate and property, and a lot of times our property is lost because we don't have things in order. We don't have wills.
Take off that.
We don't have absolutely, and his mother and his father is going through a lot from what.
And there's a lot of stuff to cover. Like that's not even the average person's responsibility.
Correct. But people don't even understand that the average person, though, you have assets and things that you need to take care of. So a will and a power of attorney is super important, and so it's a lot of ways that people have lost. Our community has lost. Our community. In the 60s and 70s, North Philly was black owned and empowered. You know what I mean?
Something like 70%.
And I wish I knew the exact numbers.
Something weird.
But it's definitely a high number. There's a lot of times because of people not having those things in place. Like a lot of times death is a topic that we don't talk about and prepare for. And we lose so much in it because we're not prepared for it. So in that, I've been able to start On the Scene Notary, and it brings me a lot of pleasure to help people when they do their power of attorneys and their wills. And unfortunately, a lot of people are in their deathbeds or sick when I'm doing this, which still brings me a lot of
but they still get their
empathy.
client.
But they do it. But I just want to still bring the information and knowledge to people to know that we can do it at any time. Like
it's never too late, but it's never too soon.
It's never too soon.
Actually, it can be too late.
A lot of times, but it's never too soon. It's never
right.
too soon. So I just feel empowered and being able to provide that service to people.
I mean, for a community that lacks financial literacy in a lot of ways, having a resource like you is because, like you said, it becomes a generational thing.
Absolutely.
So it's like people might not own much, but they own that.
Correct.
And you should keep that. Somebody should be able to build off of that or survive through that. And if they don't know how to do that, then call Sammie. Right.
Absolutely. It's something I think about all the time, how hard, it might be your grandparents' house, the house that everybody go to, or, the house that's been in your family for generations. And just to think about what your grandparents might have gone through, or your aunt or your uncle, or, what they went through to get that property. You know what I mean?
And we always say stuff like, well, they only paid $14,000 for it.
Doesn't matter.
But imagine what it was at that point. Exactly. Or even if they got it for $1. I don't care if they got it as $1 house. It's something that they acquired, and it's something that they, established for the family.
And it's still creating more value.
Absolutely. Especially in those neighborhoods who had dollar houses and low income houses. Mm-hmm. Those are the neighborhoods who are providing those gentrification, and the property values have grown by 200%. Or
they're in the city, they're close to the city.
Absolutely, they're in the city. That's what I'm saying. They're in the city, and they're close to the city. They provide those things, but regardless, those are the properties who have tremendously gained, an enormous amount of value. Are the ones that was in North Philly, West Philly, South Philly. It's close to the city now. You think about that, but we don't think that's where we grew up. Mm-hmm. We didn't think about the proximity of one L ride, one sub ride, one bus ride. Mm-hmm. That's not what we were thinking about. That's what outsiders are thinking about now when they move into our communities. Mm-hmm. But these are the communities that we were born in.
And we had white flight, which was a thing. Those white people ran to the suburbs. A lot of them couldn't even afford to be out there, struggled to maintain that. When they got older, you don't got no kids in the house no more. You don't need all that house no more. They want to come back to the city. They want to go to plays. They starting to bring all the Broadway plays to Philly now. They want to be close to that stuff. Like you said, that one R8 ride, that one subway ride is a big deal to them.
Right.
The games and stuff. You know
absolutely,
what I mean?
Absolutely.
They sick of sitting in 2-hour traffic coming and going.
Yeah.
Just to go home.
So me, I just take pride into being able to help people in every facet.
I want to give you a round of applause for
yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Do you have flyers or anything?
I do. I have flyers. I have cards. I have the business site is otsnotary.com.
Okay. We're gonna link up so I can get some of your stuff so I can start spreading this out.
Thank you.
No, I'm serious. We got to let people know. I'm so serious.
I see it in her eyes.
I'm serious.
I don't think people
because people know older people. I got older people on my block. They would love to know. Like I'm serious. Like I want some of your stuff.
I like to help them. I absolutely like to help them.
Yeah, we're gonna get this out.
It's gonna be a year of prosperity. I love it. I love it.
That's dope.
Ahead, Barbie. It's on you.
Barbie, what's up? What did you do new
up?
this year? Whatever you, because you do a lot. So
What's new for Barbie?
what's been added on to Barbie? What did you accomplish? I know you did the All Black Men pop up. I gotta salute that.
Thank you. Yes,
Oh,
that was an accomplishment.
That was the
that
first,
was
first annual.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes, we got-
That's a
So
big deal.
I will be
Make that
planning
annual thing.
the second annual, which I was talking about.
Congratulations.
Basically trying to bring more men together. I had about 15 vendors, so now next time I'm gonna try to have like 25.
We're gonna
Hopefully.
get you 30.
I just basically want to bring the men together, but I'm also going to have an all women's pop up shop. That would be the first annual for the all women's.
Okay.
Definitely want you a part of that, so you could definitely
Oh, I appreciate that.
bring your
I'm
stuff
there.
out and get
I'm
people
there.
for real.
Absolutely. I got services, we got products, we got
Yes.
clothes, all kinds of stuff. So we're here.
But no, for real, I definitely.
we're serving Jersey and
2023
Pennsylvania now.
years.
So I'm
That's
growing.
good, yes, because I be having vendors from New York, from
Yep.
New Jersey, so
and I'll be serving people globally too.
yes.
That's
So
dope.
and then I would have to say, the newest thing I have accomplished would be music. To be honest, I have been doing music and I've been getting some stuff done. So
Yeah.
I would say that would be
Barbie?
the new thing on the list. It's
Been enjoying it?
I have been.
Because you got a little excited when you said that.
Yeah, I do.
I like it. I like it.
I do like it.
That's
So
dope.
I'm
got
starting to
something
find my
coming up
lane. I
Valentine's
think
Day.
I'm trying to find
You
my
gotta
lane.
find your voice at some point. Then you gotta
yeah.
dig into where you want to be.
I think that's
fine.
where I've
It's a
struggled
process.
at, but I'm trying to find where I want to go.
A lot of people tap out at that point because it's frustrating sometimes.
It's very frustrating because you go off of what you see and then that's not what I want. Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and then if I go another way, I have to stay strong to that because everybody else is not agreeing to how I feel. So I want to give like a 90s vibe or hippie vibe.
You talking about love?
A love vibe,
Like love,
hippie.
like real love?
Yeah, it could be
know-
fake love. It could be lust because we go through different types of love. You know what I'm saying? So every
Okay.
love is not a deep love. So we could talk all types
Right.
about all types of love. To be honest,
Some weak vibes. SWV type vibes.
I don't know about that. We ain't getting
She
too
said
deep.
more hippie. She said more hippie, so I didn't really get that when I
Thank
got there.
you.
Because she
Yeah.
said 90s with hippie, so I
And I wanted to
kind of.
steer it back to the 90s.
But we can talk about love, but we ain't gotta go.
It's in a different way.
Yeah, we ain't gotta go too deep. We gotta dance.
I miss when
Right.
women used
I
to
like
like
that.
We gotta dance.
croon
to it.
for men.
And I miss when men used to croon for women. How about that?
Yo,
They do that. Jacquees just dropped the
Travis
album.
do it. You didn't
I
hear his
croon.
song? He had a single
I
out.
croon. I croon. That's
solid.
my specialty.
Stay solid.
That's why
right
you
now.
unique. That's why you
Stay
Kravitz.
Solid is out right now. I
That's
croon.
why you. And that's why you unique and you Kravitz.
Right.
You know, I croon.
Now what's on you?
But yeah,
Yeah.
Kravis, what do you feel you got off in the 2022 that you feel good about, man?
2022 was the year of understanding, and it was the year of application.
Talk about
You know what
it.
I'm
I agree.
saying? So
That's part of
Um,
accountability.
yeah, so I've been on like this big accountability run, right?
Yeah.
Like a lot of the people that I listen to, they're just big on self accountability. You're a loser because you're a loser, right? You're not where you want to be because you're not where you want to be, not because nobody else around and stuff like that. So the
Because
first
you
part
don't
of
have
the year,
extenuating circumstances.
you don't. So the first part of the year was just understanding that I'm where I am. I'm not where I want to be because I'm not where I want to be. Not because nothing else around me. Not because anything. The second part of the year was applying that understanding. So it was really me tapping into understanding that my 20s are over. It's time for me to learn from my 20s and apply what I learned to my 30s. And in my 30s, it'll carry on. And then in my 40s, I'm going to learn from my 30s and apply what I learned from my 30s and my 40s, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So the whole year for me was understanding and application. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm applying some of the things. So based off the notary thing, we got to talk because I'm into life insurance.
Okay.
So this year has been a lot of death mainstream and a lot of death independently.
Yeah, I've been a
You know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
and this year was a lot of funerals that probably the most funerals I've been to in a long time, to be honest, actually. Especially for people in the field that we're in, right? So
That's a fact.
And a lot of those people, GoFundMe's, fish fries, lack of funds to bury these people.
Lack of planning.
And I
Kids that they left behind that have no
Nothing.
financial future, no nothing.
And I see where you're going
you
with
know?
that, because together with life insurance and then planning, like, power returns and things like that,
Yep.
like all of it is estate planning, life planning.
Exactly.
It's all important. So I'm with you. So
Yeah,
let's
so
go.
Yeah, so
These
like
things
that's
are here to protect the people that's left behind.
Absolutely.
Facts.
I don't know what I would have did if my dad didn't have life insurance.
One of the things
Seriously.
is I learned that life insurance isn't about death.
No.
It's about insurance for your life.
And
Correct.
I've tapped into
you
some
can borrow
things.
against your life insurance policy.
And that's what I'm saying. So it's like a lot of like I've had my folks revisit the life insurance policies they've had over the last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yo, you've been paying into something that ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that going on, and it's not even just a community thing; it's a people thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a disenfranchised thing.
Let me ask you a random question, and just to educate people, myself, but people too. So I was just talking on changing like my Xfinity plan. But anyway, is life insurance like that? Like, again, because they might have got plans that they got in 85 or something like that, right? Is this something that they should shop around for? Like how just generally, not too intricate, but like, is life insurance something that you can say, all right, I got this $20,000 insurance policy today, but in 5 years, should I reevaluate it and see?
Yeah.
The rates. And
You know what I'm
whatever
saying?
was attached to it.
It's tricky because it all depends on the wording and the paperwork.
Like,
Okay.
sometimes
So
you
each
like-
policy is different then.
I'll give you an example. My grandmother has a policy out on me, right? She's been paying X amount of dollars since I've been born.
Smart.
The payout is nothing.
Okay.
She's paid more into it than
She will get out.
you know what I'm saying. She's going to get out. She still have to come out of pocket to still bury me.
And when I say smart, she had the right idea. Wrong policy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a very great rate at the time, manageable. There's something. Oh yeah, I could pay this for the next 20
Right. I could pay
years.
10 cents for
I
20
have
years.
an
Right.
idea
Exactly.
of what time she
It
got
was just
that.
the wrong policy.
I mean, a lot of people do that.
89. It was 89.
My family got. I got family members that do the same
era,
thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Around the late 80s, early 90s.
But that's
they
why
was
you should
big
shop
on getting
around.
For the
You
kids.
should shop
Yup.
around
They gonna
because
push it
stuff
for
might
the
change.
kids.
The rates might change,
your
and
mom, my aunt,
that rate
my
that you
mom,
had 6 years
my
ago might
grandma,
not be
Everybody got policies.
what's going on now.
Everybody. Like that was the year. That was the time period though when your whole family was getting policies on like
You're
what I'm
right,
saying,
'cause
only
my-
children at the time. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
I got family members like
for
that.
10 years after that. So
Yeah, because I'm thinking of his age. I'm like, I remember when that was a big thing.
So it's interesting because I have two sides of that story. So I have family members who got policies on babies and everybody, but then I have other family members who make sure that they had their own policies and their own benefit. Like it's completely different. So
yeah,
instead of
big difference.
you know what I'm saying, instead of like insuring you, like they make sure they were insured too. You know what I'm saying? So I have two
Because if
different
they
sides of that.
insured, then you're insured.
Then you cool.
Correct. Because my dad had a policy on him for me, meaning like if he died, I would get everything.
Correct. That's what I'm saying.
So,
That's what
but
I'm
he
saying.
didn't have one on me.
That's what I'm saying. So if you pass, he would bear the hardship if something had happened to you prior
Right.
to his
Right.
passing.
Right.
But what I'm saying is there's two different sides because some
Yeah.
people look at it one way but don't think about themselves. Like they want to make
Oh,
sure
yeah,
that
no,
they cool
wanna
if
get
you are right.
Both sides.
Correct.
You-
So I have
if
two
you're
sides
gonna
of the
get-
family.
If I was to get a policy on, say I was to get like I have a policy on myself. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That I pay into monthly. So something goes wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
There's a whole, along with the life
Correct.
insurance, there's a whole financial planning that goes along with
Absolutely.
it as well. So
Right.
you get into like, it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
it
saying?
is.
The
Shout
first
out to
step
my
though,
uncle when he left my little cousins. He had all of that situation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they didn't have to
Absolutely.
miss a beat. They actually were able to progress.
and it's affordable. I want people to really understand that it is affordable, and you can revisit it. You just gotta make sure when you're initially doing your work, you know what I'm saying, talking to somebody that is like,
And it's best to get it when you're younger because your rates are the lowest, right?
yeah, health and stuff.
Your health
like
is
a big
better,
factor.
so correct.
You know what I'm saying? One of the things that I learned is marijuana used to be a big deal. It's not a big deal no more.
Mm-hmm.
So you put that on, it doesn't change your rate.
Mm-hmm.
Only cigarette smoker does.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Now, me smoke marijuana.
Right.
But yeah,
That
so
makes sense though.
yeah. So I've been dibbling dabbling into the life insurance field. And my goal for 2023 is to insure 50 people. You know what I mean? 50 creatives. I'm gonna be more specific. My goal is to insure 50,
I like that.
50 creatives.
I like that idea.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm with it.
Along with that, I'm also I just filed the paperwork a couple days ago. 501, was it 3C?
C3.
There it is. For the Forever Salad Foundation.
Okay.
Where we'll be helping emerging creatives with marketing and brand support.
Okay.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? So I'm gonna 2023 is like I'm gonna be stepping away from like the performance aspects of things with music and stuff like that. I'm still gonna be writing a lot of music because I'm in a lot of writing circles, and I'm still gonna be recording music when I get a chance. But next year is like I kind of want to help people kind of like break some cycles, or at least start breaking some cycles. Be on the path to start breaking some cycles because you are where you are because you're where you are.
That's
you know
exactly
what I'm saying? So
how I feel.
I'm one of those people. If I can help you, you know what I'm saying, in any way possible.
You just said like two things that are very important to me, and I know us as a platform as well. Because the one thing you mentioned earlier on, but you just mentioned it was, accountability. And that's what people, like you said, you are what you are because of your own actions, right? So I think that's really important. But you also mentioned the generational wealth aspect of it, and I think that's really important because again, you are where you are because of your actions, right?
Correct.
So I applaud you for your interest in all of your work and your actions for that. I can't wait to talk a little further about that because it's really near and dear to my heart to make sure that that people are exposed to all the resources and tools and information that they can, because it's free. A lot of this stuff is free. You know what I'm saying? I mean, getting a policy is not free, but the information to guide you to where you need to go is. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something that's really important to me. So again, I applaud you, and I can't wait to kind of have further conversations with that.
Yeah,
well, Travis already started speaking to goals for next year. Barbie, you got any that you care to speak to, share publicly?
My goals?
Yeah, I know you already said the second annual and the first annual for the pop-ups for the ladies and the men. Anything else personally or business-wise?
Business-wise, just the music. I want to try to put out a small EP.
Oh,
the songs.
we got an EP for the Barbie.
I like it. Nice.
I'm crying.
I like it.
Barbie's World.
Yeah, I'm hollering.
But you know why we're excited about it? Because you're excited about it.
I am.
You see what I'm saying? So that's exciting to us, and we all kind of consider ourselves connoisseurs and professionals when it comes to the air side of the business.
Yes.
So
I'm just so shy about it, but yes, I am excited. I just I'm feeling more confident, I guess.
Yeah.
People that I'm around.
Because you're coming into yourself, like you said, you found it.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to get there, but everybody around me is encouraging me.
Yeah.
So. I'm definitely for
That's important too, having a supportive team though. That's important.
Yes, I do have a very supportive team.
Were not just for you. Some of them was for the people.
What?
Some of the gifts that God gave you was for the people. So
I'm crying.
You got to share it.
You got to share
I'm trying.
Yeah, so
no, you are. You doing it. You're doing it.
You want it.
I love
it. I'm on it.
So
I'm on
you're in
it.
the process of finalizing that to make that happen.
Yes.
That's dope. So,
I'm hoping for next year that it'll
Big
be
moves.
something I could push
Big
out.
things are going.
You can fill in the void.
Big
Travis about to leave.
I'm going to the Caribbean in February.
Hey, Jamaica.
Where?
No. Say this is in the Grenadines.
Oh, so
okay.
that's okay.
Okay,
Enjoy.
USVI.
Take it all in.
Yeah. I'm on my one-way ticket. I'm not planning on coming back.
I mean, you can come back whenever. You ain't got to come right back. Just
I'm gonna have my laptop with me, so I can be.
that's what I'm saying. You ain't got to come.
That's
Like
why I bought the laptop.
On the no BS, literally getting to the point where it's like, if things go right, we can live wherever we want.
Legit.
Right.
Like,
Live. Look. Buy a
once I
laptop.
burn out all my affiliate interviews, I might.
Yo, I was like.
Right. He said, I might.
Look.
it's interesting you said that because, and I literally been saying this for like 20 years, but it's not a small world. It's a small city, right?
Yep.
And every time I run into somebody who, like, I was just having a conversation with somebody. And we were talking about different people, and she was like, "Oh, you introduced me to this person. Oh, yeah, and I had this, and you introduced me, and oh, yeah, because it's such a small city. Because when I was here, Philly is a small city, yo.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows everybody. Like it's not a small world; it's a small city. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't wrong when you saying like I don't like the word burnout, but once you accomplish, no, I know, but I'm very intentional. These days, I'm very intentional on what I'm saying out my mouth, right?
I like that.
I'm a shit
You know what I'm
talker,
saying?
So I need random shit.
Yeah.
No, that
so
makes
once you
sense.
accomplish, Philly,
Yeah, not a burnout.
and once you accomplish it, and you done touched and tapped everything that you needed to, it's on to the next one.
I like that.
That's facts.
As more of a real thing, but yeah.
No, but for real. So it's just
right.
because this is kind of like, and we always be on the same. We didn't even talk to each other in a little bit, and we was on the same shit. Like it's just always that, right?
I agree.
But so that's the conversation I've been having. So it's not a small world; it's a small city. And once we accomplish the city and lock it down, which we seem like we've done, it's time to
To a
you know.
certain extent, it's like
And it's always
kinda
home,
crazy. I
but,
have the
you know.
confidence to believe that I can do anything that I need to do anywhere else.
Absolutely.
As long as the playing field is fair, as long as I'm not going to one of these places where they don't want us there,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then I'm good. Because done this before. You've made it in the roughest city ever.
You said
you survived this shit.
You just
so
said three
far.
things I was going to say because one, they say if you can make it Philly, you can make it anywhere for one. And it's also interesting about going places you ain't wanted. Like, listen, there's a lot of places that do want me, so I ain't got to be here.
Right.
You know what's crazy? I think we get lost. I think we get lost in that aspect, right? When we say like, if you make it from Philly, you can make it anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I think subconsciously we've all made it here, and the fact that we know how hard it is to make it here makes it hard to go anywhere else because we know that how hard it is to make
for
it.
a lot of people,
Agreed.
that is
You know
the
what I'm saying?
problem.
And I think a lot of people
you think it's
get
going to be the
stuck in
same
that.
thing.
And then they
But
go
it's
out
when you go out of
Totally
Philly
different.
Not.
and you
You
realize
go-
how aggressive Philly
Oh,
is
it's so
and
different.
how, you know what I mean? It's so different.
You
How
have to
much
change
easier
your
it is to get a
actions.
job in Maryland?
Way easier.
You see what I'm
Way
saying? Like stuff
easier.
like that. Like
Way
easier.
life is different. But
Way easier.
even like I got a Brooklyn homie. I went to homecoming this year, and this was a guy that I started out at one point having a problem with. Like we wound up having the same class, and like our crews had a problem. So it was kind of like supposed to be on site. But we in
Right,
class. And at one point, he told me this year. He said, "At one point, you just gave me a nod, and I nodded back, and it was
was
over."
cool.
But he said, "Bro, when I met y'all, Cody, relax a little bit for me, bro." He was like, when I met y'all, I went home to Brooklyn and cussed all my homies out and told them they was fake. And I'm like, what you mean? He like, cause y'all was wild for real, and y'all had like purpose behind, like a passion behind it. He was like, I started realizing a lot of my homies was doing shit just cause they could or just cause they wanted to. He was like, y'all didn't come off like that. He said, I cussed out everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not gonna say his name because that was a private conversation,
Right.
but he from Brooklyn.
Right. So it's funny you said that too. It's funny you said that because I follow Mutabil. He's from the Outlaws. I can't remember what his name was when he was with the Outlaws, but he was a Tupac and them. He was a gang member and all of that. And he literally just posted yesterday. He called somebody a blood who had on blue, but they was over in Mecca. And it was just interesting. He was just showing the growth because the guy was a blood before, but he shed all of that. He's literally wearing all blue.
Gotcha.
So to show the growth
Correct.
between the just the growth between both of them as men.
Right.
It just said a lot. So
That was
it
a
just
lot.
said a lot to what you were saying. To go back to where you came from and to shed all of that ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And embrace knowledge. And you know what I'm saying?
It's
So
crazy. One thing, and I guess I could say that because I didn't really speak to any of the things I've been asking y'all. One thing I can say is going to homecoming reaffirmed so much. Like this year was the first year where everybody that spoke to me was like, yo, I'm so proud of you. You doing your thing. Yo, I got this thing. I'm gonna need you to help with this or whatever. Like it was just like the whole time. And then it was like a lot of conversations about growth. Like the one I had with that gentleman. I've had that with about 8 people that day.
Right.
And we all standing there drinking, smoking, because I'm at the tailgate all the time. I don't really like the crowd, so I do the tailgate. And it was just like, it made you feel like at least you're doing something right for right now. But that you can inspire other people and that they've always looked at you in a certain light that you might not have looked at yourself in.
correct.
All of those things came out. And I was like, I didn't even go to the party. I drove back to Philly. Like, I came home after the tailgate. Like, everybody's going in club mode. I got back to Philly. I was like, I don't think I spent no money in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because I
That's
kicked it. I had a good enough time. I was cool. Like I was fulfilled. Like
Yeah.
I didn't feel like I needed to keep the party going and do something else.
Right. Yeah.
So like that's I think that was a big thing for me this year because it really boosted me. And then through that I've been able to support some other people and I've made business relationships out that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like one of the things that we're doing next year is we are going to have a pretty big festival in Maryland.
Yes.
Nice.
And it'll be a fine production. It'll be Sippin' with Sammie. It'll be all of that. But we're
Yeah.
gonna be out there.
Yeah.
That's
That's exactly. So again, you
And-
accomplished Philly.
Right.
You done did the concert series here, and now you're expanding.
We did 20,000, 60,000.
That's what I'm saying. And now,
Right.
and we just said it. Like we just said it like 3 minutes ago, bro. We literally just said what you're
no, but
saying.
that's why these things make sense, and that's kind of why I wasn't speaking to mine because y'all was kind of covering a lot of.
But no, we had to come this way though.
what I feel.
Right.
But then
Yeah,
then
it's
at a
kinda-
certain point I felt guilty because I'm like I'm about 3 questions in on them and I ain't said nothing. But no, that's boosted me. Bit Wine. I went to the wine festival. That's one of our sponsors.
I was about to say, how was the I know they had an event. How was the event?
Yeah, the Polo Classic every summer. They actually had a couple this year. They opened it up. They had one in Atlanta and one in Jersey. Like they always have one in Jersey because he's from New York. His family's from New York. Well,
Can I get an
they're
invite
from
to the next
Jamaica,
one?
but they live in New York.
Mm-hmm.
But
wonder where
Bent
Bucks
Wine
is.
is a black-owned family-owned company.
Shout out.
That's my homie. Shout out to Kev, aka Tricks.
Yeah.
But when I went to the festival this year, last year he proposed to his lady at the festival. That was huge. You know what I'm saying? And she's co-owner and all of that, partner. Dope. I'm like, how do you outdo that this year? This year I'm sitting there and I'm looking around and I don't know as many people as I knew last year. So I'm like, that's crazy. And I'm noticing they opened the farm up a little more. There ain't no horses over there. There's people over there now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's kind of crazy. And then he made an announcement. He said, yo, we posted the Polo Classic and the tickets sold out in like 3 days.
Wow.
He said, so next year I'm doing a stadium.
Nice.
So let's make some noise for my guy.
Absolutely.
This company ain't been around 5 years. You know what I'm talking about?
That's what's up.
Before you even announced the stadium, I already said I want tickets to the next event. So this is the stadium that I want to go. I was gonna let you
No,
know
we
that.
in there. We in there. You gonna have fun. It's a vibe, yo. It's such a vibe. Everybody looks so nice. Everybody's
Yeah, I
chilling.
want to wear boat shoes. I want to
Smoke.
wear a hat.
You know,
want
on a
So,
discreet
do I get to
side.
wear like a polo outfit? Like I'm getting on
like
a
the
horse?
black
Or how do I
carpet.
dress for this?
A lot of the women wear like sundresses and it's a lot of like shit
the
that you would
hats?
wear with big hats.
With the hat, so like a Kentucky
Like a derby type of
Derby?
thing?
like a
That
Kentucky
type of
Derby
thing.
vibe.
All right, that's all I needed to know. You got to give me a theme here.
Because you
Okay.
want to be comfortable at wine festival, so you don't wear the heels, you wear the flats or the
I
sandals.
could do that. I
Because
just
you're
need
in
to
grass.
know the vibe.
You're in
Okay.
grass.
Sandals and,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean?
Okay. See,
But like,
just need to know the vibes.
89% women, bro.
No, that's fine.
Because they come in groups.
I'm
It's
throwing
it's
on-
6 girls
I'ma
here,
wear
8 girls
slim fit
there,
linen. You know what I'm saying?
I'ma
With
need to
some
find me a
boat
hat.
shoes.
and
With no
everybody.
sides.
I
I want that hat.
I've always
Greasy,
bought
you know
hats and
what
never
I'm
had
saying?
anywhere to
And
wear.
we talking about
Women like greasy ankles
99.2% black.
with
Go ahead
linens.
and
You know what I'm
hat
saying?
on.
Like it's
Right.
beautiful. It's a vibe. I'm
That
sure the
is
stadium is going to be different. Because
And
like
that's
I
what I
said,
need.
even
I
with the
need a
bigger
hat.
crowd this year,
That's what I need.
I didn't see some out because I guess they missed out on the opportunity to get
The
tickets.
cream
Right,
hat.
right.
He held mine, but 'cause I was late too. I didn't get mine
Cream
the first
hat
3
with the
days.
white, with
But-
the cream, and some cream.
Look, he got the layout.
You hear him?
But I was boosted by that
I was over here
because
talking about the head.
it's
and
one
shit.
of
We
those
gonna
things
go,
that's
you
like
trying to go leg? You trying to really go put this? Okay.
it's one of those things where it's
We gonna
like
bring
he had
food
an
to the
idea.
building.
He said I should get my own wine. Got his own wine, and through his diligence and the quality of his product or whatever have you, he's been able to jump leaps and bounds. This is something I think he's at a point where he planned to be in probably 10, 20 years.
Right.
Right.
Less
Right
than 5.
So you got to start the ball
Absolutely.
rolling. You know what I mean? And I got another homie I went to high school with. Shout out to Reese. That's got his own cigar brand,
Hey.
and it's only 70 black-owned cigar brands in the country.
Right.
It's 1.2.3 every state. I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
Like, you do the math.
right,
Like,
Right.
So it's like those things like had me so energized because, like I said to Barbie before y'all got here, all I need is somebody to start making suits and formal wear, and everything I own except electronics.
You said that a
can
lot,
come from
though.
my
You said
peoples.
that before.
No,
You said that
I want
before.
to touch everything that's my people's or mine. You know what I'm saying? Everything I touch, I hope somebody builds a car. I don't know, but
Yeah.
like with the exception of things like that, that's like you have to be.
Yeah, we just getting started.
But yeah,
We just getting started.
I'm excited. I'm excited for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Y'all so funny.
But go ahead, you can take over for a second. What you want to discuss?
Wow.
I got a question for you, Sam.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Alright.
Which way should I go?
Pop culture, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's
Two
one
words.
thing that's happened this year? Well, yeah, 2 words. Pop culture. What's something that's happened in like pop culture this year that you've had your eyes on? The most like mind blowing thing so far this year.
So I hope that this doesn't. I hope this lives up to what you're asking for. But it's something that really touched me. That really,
Okay.
really touched me. I like how. I know this is a stretch, right? But I love how Marvel treated Chadwick Boseman.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
with
Black Panther.
with Black Panther.
Okay.
How they respected him. They gave him an honorable. Exactly. They gave him an honorable moment. And I just respect how they respected him. So that was actually something that really touched me. Like really, really touched me.
I think that covers it. I think that's fair.
That's fine.
Yeah.
No, that was good. That was cool.
That was cool.
That was good.
That was cool.
That was like really good. I like a really good.
That
answer.
worked.
She was like, I hope I don't disappoint you. I'm glad you pointed that out because I think that with all of the nonsense that's happened this year, things like that will get overlooked.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So that's important. That's important.
Yeah. I mean, they respected the shit out of him because as as a corporation, they could have went with the next person. They could have casted somebody else. They could have made the story
They
something
was hurt
different.
when he died. They was hurt.
They should have been.
Yeah, they was
but they
hurt.
didn't have to respect him because it's been a lot of it's been a lot of times
you're
where people
right.
were not honored
you're
and
right.
respected that way.
And you're right.
And so for it to have been a
Especially
black
in
man,
Correct. That's why I said
in
you're
cinema,
right.
for it to have been a black man in an industry that's not predominantly black.
Nope, you're right.
You know what I mean? I really, and,
But you
and not
could
even that
tell.
for his talent, for his person, for just everything that it was.
Everything that
I
he
just
stand
appreciated
for.
it. So
But when he died, you could tell that cast was hurt.
Oh,
you
no,
could tell
yeah.
that they
They're still
wasn't
hurting.
If,
They're still hurting.
you could tell that if they wasn't going to do it right, they wasn't going to do it at all.
they're still hurting.
That's
they're
one
still
of them
hurting.
things where, like, when we come together to do the next one, we have to address this immediately.
Yeah.
Because even if you feel like you dealt with it on your own, we haven't all been together since then.
Yeah.
Now that's different.
No,
a
that's
whole
way
nother animal.
different.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, that's deep, man. It's deep, and he's charismatic. He's
Especially when you got the
caring.
the cast that says one thing,
Yeah.
the production don't have no choice but to go with what the fuck they say.
But I applaud the production because it was never a question.
Correct.
So that's why I really,
Correct.
really, really am so enthused about it because it was never
just
a
the
question.
unity.
And for me, I think that that's few and far in between in that industry.
Correct.
That people are
That's why I
showing
said
that
the
much
unity.
honor
Correct,
and
yep.
respect. You know
Us
what I mean?
coming together and actually standing for a
Speaking
purpose.
of honor and respect, Barbie made me these. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Barbie.
Yes.
Yes,
Sipping
go
with
ahead.
Sammie
I know
shirt.
that's right.
We got a few different colors. And,
That's
and
cute.
things on the side, but yeah.
Thank you.
She made me one before, but
He made me make 10 of them. 10 more.
Donnie Vocals had a birthday, and he got the first one out me. So now I finally read up on my joint.
You read up on them.
Yeah, man, I got more coming. So if y'all interested, hit me up. I got y'all. She do it. If y'all got a logo, y'all need some shit. She made
get
the
it done.
ashtrays
Nice.
too. I would show y'all the ashtrays, but that's kind of like crazy right now. But I
Right,
got
we're
more over
smoking.
there. Oh, pass me that bag of ashtrays, please. Cause the
Not the best.
yeah, man. Just swing at the Kravitz real quick.
Not the
Just
bag of eggs.
pass the green one. I just want to see the green one and the gold one.
That's nice. Go ahead, sis. I
me
like
the
it. I
You know what
will.
I mean?
like that
Yes,
gold.
Oh,
Since
it's
we
cute
talking
glittery.
about since we talking about what Barbie's
That's so
capabilities.
cute.
Yeah, send me your
Talents.
logos.
You know
That's
what
so
I'm
cute.
saying?
Where we show that?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You don't have one. But yeah, so
I'm
hit
gonna
up
boomerang.
Barbie. She does a lot of shit.
That is a
This is what Barbie do when she bored.
I love her.
It don't make me
Eight
laugh.
jobs.
I love her.
And shout out to her for thinking about us because
All the time.
I've gotten a lot of merch from Barb.
Oh, that's decent.
All
That's
the time.
Decent. Oh, too cute.
So
Yes,
like,
I do lighters. I do grinders.
She made me potato
trays.
chips.
Whatever you need. Just tell me what you need.
I had potato chips on my birthday.
I got you.
I saw the potato
That was
chips.
Barbie.
I saw them.
Yes, I got you. Party favorite queen.
Too cute. Oh,
She
we
be
gonna work.
so humble,
Yes.
like
No,
on the
the party
com is
favorite.
like.
No, we gonna work and we gonna hype her up too. You gonna be on the scene and everything.
Yes.
Listen.
No,
Look, I
actually,
have your stuff for your notary. We could put that on chips, so when you give it out, all your information will be right on the
Yeah,
chip.
I like it.
Yes.
But we gonna write about you in the magazine, so that's what we gonna do.
Oh.
Because I like that. That's decent.
Yes.
No, Barbie outside, and that's what I said. Everybody up here really moves. Like
Mm-hmm.
it ain't nobody that's like, damn, if they ain't make it, I think that I'm being neglected. I know they somewhere doing. I'm gonna see it on the gram tomorrow.
Right.
Like,
You know, I'm so quiet. You
with
might not see it on the
with
gram.
You, I'm gonna see it 3 weeks later. But with them, I'm gonna see it on the gram tomorrow. And with you, I probably
You might
have
see
an
it
inkling of what.
right. You might get a text
yeah.
message, or you might see it
Yeah.
on the gram 3 weeks later.
I probably have an idea.
Because I gotta work on that. I'm not as like good with like promote like telling about. I'm from the school where I don't talk about what I do. You
old
see
school,
it.
I know. But
You gonna see what I gotta do. I don't have to tell you what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? But I'm
you gotta
working on
link
it.
up with somebody like me,
Exactly.
and we just gonna promote.
There you go.
I was
just
about
gonna
to say,
promote.
which
While
one
you
y'all
sleep,
wanna
we
explain to her
promote.
how important this is.
I know it's not that you know it don't have to be explained. It's just
But she's just
me.
telling what. Yeah, she's
My
just
page
saying,
was just public, and then I just made it private 2 days ago. Like they seeing too much. No, but I got professional
So then you
pages.
gotta
for
make
that.
a-
So if I got a personal page, it's my personal page.
Yep.
My business page is for my business. But all the intertwining, it kind of needs to be.
But you have to have a
Filter.
public page.
I got 2.
Then you good. Then you good. I'm not.
Just
I'm
make
not
sure you
arguing.
networking on the business page.
Absolutely.
That's it.
Yeah,
That's all.
I'm just saying, like, at some point there has to be something shareable.
Right.
Absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
That's where
That's where some
run
people
into
fuck
the
up at.
problem at because they're so busy trying to keep out 2 people that
Not
give a
2.
fuck.
Not
No,
two.
it's
Yeah, but when it comes to
literally
business,
two
though,
people.
you
Not
gotta-
2 people.
But no, but when it comes to business, you have to
It be
actually
2 people.
no, for some, but not for me. Because listen, when it comes to
I'm not
business,
talking about you.
I know you're not.
Yeah.
But when it comes to business, you really have to be like people really have to be conscious about the things that they promote or that's on their social media
Absolutely.
versus something that might
But
conflict
when-
with something that they have going on.
But
You know what I
when
mean?
you posting your wares on your page and it has the name of the business or whatever
Yeah.
have you, and I can't share it,
Yeah.
it's like, so you know that only 1/10 of your followers are
Can
going to see this, right?
Correct.
Fact.
They don't get it.
So if I share it, and you know how many people be in my stories as opposed to your stories,
Right.
even if I just put it in a story, you see what I'm saying? Like,
Shareable.
I already
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
it's like you be
see it.
surprised. There's been a lot of people that have come back and said, "Yo, I appreciate ever since you shared it. I've had this influx."
Subtraction.
Right. Yeah.
I know a dude that was trying to rent out an
Subtraction.
apartment for 6 months. He said I shared it and he got 30 applications.
Damn.
You know that shit was rented out in a week.
See what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? Like, he kept buying me drinks.
Well, we got
I couldn't figure
midterm
out
rentals
why.
going on too. I'm gonna make sure my midterm rentals is on your site.
Huh?
My midterm rentals is on your site. I'm gonna make sure that I'm not playing, but I'm playing. I'm playing, but definitely not playing.
I don't see. The thing is, I didn't even hear you, and I already nodded because it's you. So it's like she not saying that crazy. I could probably do that, but
Yeah.
no, whatever makes sense. Whatever
Midterm
makes
rentals
sense.
is where it's at too. That's another thing I got going on. Shout out
What?
to midterm rentals. So it's like
What's that?
Airbnbs, but instead of not just Airbnb. So short, a midterm rental is anything between over 30 days and less than a year. So when you rent your properties for that time frame, it's called a midterm rental.
So is that what they was talking about after they was doing the Airbnbs? They was trying to switch over to that.
Well, it
A lot of
depends
them
because
are.
the city. So a lot of cities, not only Philadelphia, but a lot of cities have changed the way the Airbnb can work. Like if you don't own the property, you can't rent it out on their site.
Gotcha.
So a lot of people are subleasing, or they like have apartments or condos that they don't own, and so that's why it became an issue for them.
Gotcha.
So there probably are other. I own my property, so I'm not really sure about
Okay.
that. But I know the other platforms do allow you to like do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, because Airbnb is getting weird.
Yeah, I know. That's why.
And a lot of people have invested a lot in what they planned as Airbnb properties.
And then they changed.
I think the owners was salty, kind of. Because you got people that subleasing, it's not even a renter, but like the third, fourth, fifth party renter that's making all this money that you not getting
It's a lot of
a quarter of.
The
Yeah.
crazy thing is, there's a lot of variables in there, and shit. We probably should have Tracy back on to talk about it. Happy birthday!
I talked to her,
Tracy.
yes, happy birthday, sis.
You going to the thing? All right, cool. So, but there's a lot of different things that play into it. Just like I equated to fentanyl. Once you understand all the moving parts, fentanyl starts to make more sense, even though it's horrible. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's the worst shit in the world, you start understanding why it became a thing.
Right.
So it's a lot of moving variables. That's all I'm gonna say. So with the Airbnb, similar. I wouldn't want to just speak out of turn because I'm not a realist, but I've watched a lot of people speak about it. It's a lot of different angles of who gets affected.
Yeah.
When neighbors get affected. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's a big deal.
Because you know, there's neighborhood like my grandma block is not far from St. Joe's.
Right.
You're not supposed to rent to St. Joe's students on that block, but the motherfuckers do that shit. But they be
Is that
on it.
Is that an agreement that they have as a block, like
Yes.
as a unity? Okay,
It's a-
I didn't
it's
know
a-
that. I
it's
didn't
a-
realize that.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a
Because every other block, I mean, it's a lot of other blocks around it that do.
you know, they be on the front lawn all day.
Listen, let me tell you, I ain't even gonna make this long. Listen, I was going to one of my folks' house. Listen, I was going to one of my folks' house a couple months ago, and I forgot her house, right? And I just walked, and I was like, I think it's this one. I literally walked into my house. It was something. Yo, they got their doors open. I was
Flags
like,
hanging.
I was in somebody's house. I literally walked into my house and was like, oh shit, this is not where I'm supposed to be.
bomb
Let me
right
get the
there.
fuck out of here, right? But there was some St. Joe's students,
What?
like, literally, you know, ain't nobody else leaving their door open like that. Like,
Right.
I ain't been in her house
That's
in a
why
long
you
time.
keep seeing these college students on the news. With
I know.
Because of shit like that.
I
I'm telling you,
know.
I literally walked in their house. Like,
They
for
down the
real.
street from
These
Barbie,
kids
and
be
Barbie looking at
in-
them like, y'all dumb as
Yeah,
shit.
that's how I know. I be driving down there like, wait, Y'all at 19th and what? I'm like, at Susquehanna. I don't give a fuck if Temple is here or not. Why are you standing here?
I went away to college. I refused to go to college in North Philly. I went to high school in North Philly.
No, I don't get it.
Hey,
I don't get
see
it.
you all day, okay?
I be seeing the white kids. They be having their book bags on
I went to
at like
EMS
20th and Susquehanna.
Yeah, but I had to work
I was
too.
in this city.
Like I went to
Out.
college and I went to school and then walked to work after that. Like I had to work, like for my family.
These
Like,
people
I
be
was saying
walking
that
their dogs
only.
at 20th and
I was just
Diamond.
speaking
Oh, I
recently.
know.
Like lollygagging. I'm like,
They tripping.
I'm driving
no.
like, oh my God.
I
Do
used
they
to
know
live
where they at? Like, oh my
I
God.
used to live at 28th and Spruce. 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, they're walking dogs and jogging. But they're getting purses snatched and cars broken into too.
Correct.
And they're confused. But it's literally like, if you sat on your step, like say you was a weed or a cigarette smoker and it's late night, you can't sleep, you want to catch some fresh air. 2, 3 in the morning, it's like afternoon.
Can I ask you a question though? Let's be real.
It's 5 minutes from South Philly.
Let's just talk about common sense, right? Can I just ask y'all all about common sense? Does it matter if you on Spruce Street or you in King of Prussia at 2:00 in the morning? Don't you think you should have your ass in the house anyway?
Don't you think whoever's outside might be creepy?
I'm just asking.
But
Does it
common
matter
sense,
where you
though.
are?
No, I think it does. Hold on. Time out.
No, because they creeping. They creeping.
No,
out
they
there.
are. But hold on. Common
They
sense.
creeping.
I wouldn't mind sitting outside of my condo or wherever I'm at in King of Prussia, regards to me sitting at 28th and Diamond.
I would, because guess what? I know
That's
that
just crazy.
I know that the boys from Norristown, that's where they go. They go to KOP. Like
No, I
I'm
do.
just saying.
No, I get that.
She's starting to tell on herself. But
No,
go ahead.
but I get what she's saying. But just thinking in hindsight, if I step out, I will feel more comfortable.
You think so?
Yeah.
But it'd be a lot of stories of the woman jogging at 4 a.m. who get abducted and
I'm
killed.
telling you,
But
like,
they usually be in Fairmont Park. Nobody told you to go down Fairmont
No,
Park.
it'd be random neighborhoods. They be
It do be random.
Out in the
it's
county,
funny
they
because,
do
like,
shit.
it's really regular.
That's because it be random serial killers sitting there
But
waiting
no,
too.
but
I
that's
mean,
That's why I said it don't matter where you at. Keep your ass in the house. Fido, you better shit.
your ass in the
You better poop at 11 at night or 6:30 or past in the morning.
But
At
we
2, you better
we're not
hold it.
accounting for something. We're not
She said, well, just keep your fucking ass.
There's something, no, because it's
Doggy
something we're not
pad.
accounting for. Joggers and walkers, they like gangster in their own way.
They are.
Like they gonna get they
gonna get they
you know what I mean?
running.
Like
Yup.
they prideful about
Yeah.
it.
You know, I
You're not going
run.
to stop it. You're
No,
not.
but you know the outdoor people.
You know, I run.
Yeah, you
shit off.
jog and
The
shit, but you
outdoor
go to the gym too.
Yeah.
You also
But you
just
right.
go
What I'm
to
saying with the
gym.
gangster, you right, because I run with a
people that-
shank. I run with a joint in my hand. So if somebody
outdoor
come up on me, I'm going to shank you.
I'm glad that you do. Thank you for telling me that. That makes me more
Y'all
comfortable.
not drinking your
Absolutely.
champagne.
Because I was drinking my cognac.
Y'all gotta get
Barbie
with it.
needs more. That's
Yep.
why she told us to drink ours. Let's be clear,
He's not going to let you get away with it.
because you know this is my only.
That was
glass,
the reason,
and then
though.
the rest is yours. I'm only doing this.
She said
for,
you already know, bro.
That
I'm doing
was
this
the reason.
for symbolic reasons. Let's-
Bam. Hold on. Come on. Wham. Wham. Ding, ding. I'm done with the noise.
The sound effect.
You know?
Kay, what did y'all do?
I ain't hit a button.
I can't with you, Kay.
Question.
She's cheering over there. Shout out to Kay. She's cheering.
Everybody on there.
Okay.
I hold that. It's in my phone.
I told you I got 4 hosts up here. I'm chilling today. Y'all boys do y'all
Oh no, you about to get the questions. You about to be in the hot seat. How about that?
Yeah. Let's see. We got some questions for you.
Oh wait,
Y'all
what question
funny.
y'all got for Sam?
I'm not afraid.
Yes, he go
What
first
goals do you have?
What?
Your goals.
That's
What's
a
your
good
goals
one.
in
What are your goals for this
2023?
for 2023.
What's your
correct.
goals? Because you be having a lot going on as well.
It makes my goal very general, and it's been the same for a while. And
Okay.
you notice, I want to expand everything that I have going on.
That's what I was
That's
going to say. I didn't get to say mine. I was going
want
to say that.
expand everything in my new concentration.
That's what I was going to ask.
Which is not
him
necessarily
for knowing my
new,
brain.
but I have a different motivation for it now. Is be way more tentative or attentive to grandma.
Okay.
Because she'll be 97 next week.
Oh.
Appreciate it.
So like, I used to be there. We just was talking about it on Christmas. I used to be there 3 days a week going shopping from,
And I used to be there
Used to
too,
be
going
there, too.
shopping with him.
And it's like my sister's taking over because she lives with her. So
Gotcha.
she's been holding it down
Gotcha.
while I've been building this.
That's so beautiful though.
So I need.
So you need to
like,
make sure
build
you go back. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
That's why we so
That's my
close
boo.
though. Because I
That's my
have
baby.
a very similar.
Grandma knows South like a motherfucker.
Yeah, we go way back. But excuse me, that's why we so close though, because I have similar goals. Because although a lot of them are very specific, although they're specific, each one of them is to expand in every way that I can.
It's just different variables.
I was going to ask you, was there anything new? But then you said in regards to my new one, you kind of already answered that one too. But yeah, and then so my dad. So you want to see your grandma? But my dad. I want to focus on my dad too. My dad is my hero. He's my everything. He's facing some challenges.
Pop is a legend.
He's facing some challenges, so I'm so blessed to be able to be like the one that he calls on. He thanks me every day, and it just feels so good, like to be able to provide that. Like my dad gave me everything, like I'm in media because my dad was in media. I'm the woman that I am because he showed me the man he was. Like,
right.
It's just crazy, like literally, like for real.
I know, I was there.
So I just like appreciate everything. So it's just like
That's dope.
as challenging as it is, it's so rewarding at the same time to be able to like.
That's dope.
It's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to be in a comfortable position with what you have going on, where whatever he need, it's going to get done.
Yo, I stopped my whole life for my dad.
Like, just imagine if you were still trying to figure everything out.
Yeah.
And then you had to do that. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot. Right now,
Yeah.
you somewhere where he call you, you can figure it out. Even if you can't physically take it, you can send somebody with it.
Right.
'Cause you
And still
got it.
figure it out.
Right.
You got it. So that's dope. That's dope.
So yes, I'm thankful for that too.
Salute
Yeah,
to
that's
that,
what's up.
'cause I fucks with OG. That's my guy. That's my guy.
That's a blessing.
He be rocking this
I love
hoodie
the
too.
people that made my people.
Yeah,
You know what
every
I'm
time I
saying?
see my dad, he has his hoodie on.
Dope.
My dad rocked this joint almost as much as I do. I can't say more because I don't change. I don't wear nothing else. If you see me in something else, it's a special
Gotta get
occasion.
Barbie one.
Absolutely, I got one. Got one for you
You do?
tomorrow. Look, it's not in the car,
All right.
but I'll make sure I got you.
Yes, we're gonna link up. Yep,
I
I
got
already
one for
know.
I'm about to say y'all got more talking to do anyway.
Yeah.
So
But bro, you got it. You got the question? Oh, go ahead.
What was the
What
question?
was the question?
You
Yours.
asked me a
Yours.
question,
You said you was gonna
so
have a
was that
question.
for everybody or just
Oh,
You
I
know
got
what
it.
he has.
I
I
kind
got
of answered it.
I know,
so-
but well, y'all kind of wait. What was the question?
Your question.
What was my question?
We
It's
don't
in
know.
your
You was looking at your
How
phone.
much Henny you had?
You talking about the question?
How
I was
much
gonna
in
ask
you
y'all?
had?
Yikes!
Okay,
Not
give
yet.
us a new question.
All
What
right,
we
the
doing?
question I was going to ask y'all. Wait, what question did I ask y'all before?
In your phone.
It was in
you
your
never did.
phone.
No, I never did. Right? Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the question is the
Gotta
Henny.
take that damn.
It's the
head.
Henny.
So the question is, right?
Is it-
If a friend, right, gave you $50 and they went and played the lottery
Okay, here we go with this one.
and they won
Get down on the
$200
ground.
million,
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Get
I
down
can't
on
with
the
y'all.
ground.
how much would you expect them to give you?
If I gave a friend $50 and they won what?
I'm gonna just tell you. It depends on the
250
friend.
million.
I'm gonna just tell you. It depends on the friend. That's the answer.
Bingo.
Because I have different expectations for different people. I do. Like, because everybody's not the same. And guess what? The person I had the highest expectation for is probably gonna fuck me over, but doesn't matter. I
That
have
was deep.
different expectations for everybody. I do.
Yeah, it depends on who I borrowed that $50 from.
No, who you gave it to?
You
You
gave
ain't
it to.
borrow it. You gave it.
You loaned it.
Oh, again, loaned it.
And they
Because
won.
if you borrowed it, you in the hot seat.
Got you. But yeah,
So yeah, I think it depends on the person.
Honestly,
That's not a cookie.
Because
It's not a cookie
and this
cutter
is
answer.
like my dad speaking.
if I really fuck with
Like,
you,
because
then-
I
Alright,
really,
say-
Come on.
sometimes I gotta
Come
tap
on.
into my pop.
Come on, D. Let's go.
Say somebody you really close
It's on
to.
their conscience.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if you think that it's 50,
That's why it
give me
depends on the person.
$100 back. Cool. I gave you $50.
Somebody might give you 50, bro.
Anyway,
You give them up. Somebody.
I gave you $50 that I didn't expect back anyway.
That's
That's
what I
how I
said.
was raised by my father.
Correct.
But you happy
It's not
about.
the street side. That's my father.
But you gave him extra 50 because you said
Never give
100.
what you
Some
can't
people might just
afford
give
to
you that
laugh at.
50 back.
But even if it's the 50, it's still the same mentality. It's like
yeah,
we got
once you
folks
give
that-
something out,
it's
you
like-
don't expect it back.
And we got folks that might burn you.
it's the same as like if somebody owe you, they know they owe you.
Correct.
Absolutely.
Correct.
Now, if you gonna remind them, then at some point you leaning on them. But they know, like as an adult, you know when you go around somebody, oh shit.
I owe
Unless
them.
it was something super small, which is irrelevant. You see what I'm saying?
That's subjective because $2 to you might not be $2 to somebody else.
That's where the discrepancies come in at. You see what I'm saying? That's where a lot of friendships
sense.
break up at. Because
Which
of
we
that.
was talking about before. We went live.
Yeah, absolutely. We had a conversation
What
that was
might be
very
nothing
similar.
to you is something to somebody else.
Correct.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to point out that the balloons glow. Shout out to Font Productions, even though we have lights on, so you can't. But no, these things are real things. So like, my opinion, I think, because just imagine, like, I grew up with an aunt that said, whatever I wanted, I get it for you. I get it for you. Then there was certain times where she was like, well, the taxes was due on the duplex, and I can't do it right now. And as a kid, that's disappointing. I've learned not to have certain expectations out of people since I was a kid. So if you win that, I'm looking at it like, well, damn, nigga throw me $2 million, we all good.
I wish you
But
would
if he
throw me
don't,
back
I still gotta
$100.
make it happen for my situation.
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
I
So
look at-
harboring that doesn't help my situation.
That's true.
That's the part that's like
That
that's,
actually holds
And
you
guess
back.
what?
that's what burns people out.
And
Oh,
that person not doing what they supposed to do with it anyway.
That's on them.
It's on them, and they gonna get what they supposed to get anyway.
They
So.
gotta
that's
hold
true.
that. And mind you, they might have a blast, but I've had a ball with $20 in my pocket and felt like a millionaire before.
Yeah.
Do you know how to do that?
That is true.
Some people don't know how to
Do
do
you
that.
have the network and the equity amongst people to be able to do that? I know I'm gonna be alright.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And I fight
That's
for that.
heavy.
Yeah.
And that's why I treat people decent.
Equity amongst people.
No, it's a real thing.
Damn.
To literally be
No,
like,
for real.
I ain't got it, but I'm going. And go and step
And
on
still be-
couches and act crazy and pop bottles and smoke all
step on
night
the
and
couch.
Not right.
leave with something and wake
Not
up with
step on
something
the
like,
fucking couch.
had a ball, dead pop. And I
Step
mean,
on the motherfucking couch.
there's different reasons. There's been times where it was like
Yeah.
college
Didn't
where,
step on the
you know,
couch.
That's
you
one
broke,
thing.
You
broke.
step on my motherfucking
Then there's been
couch,
times
bitch.
where it's like,
It's
you
the
know,
room that you
money
in,
to
and
pay for
everybody
the
is.
motherfucker.
you just
Everybody
handled
is-
everything, and this
Yeah.
wasn't the
Not the
ideal
echo.
time
Come
to
on.
step out.
Yeah.
So you came as you were, and you was like, push come to shove, I'll tap into that extra little kitty.
But it's times that you go to them rooms where
But
you
you
like.
go home with that same
But it's
shit.
times. It's been times that I
Ain't
went into
true.
them rooms and I'm like, damn, I don't really want to go, but I need to go.
I need to be there. I want to support this person, or I need to network. I need
Right.
to show face.
And it'll be the best time. And you be like, damn, I
I'm
know
gonna
I
go
need
for
to
20
go.
minutes, 45 minutes.
And
wind up
you shut it
staying for
down.
2 hours.
You shut it down.
Right. You shut it down.
Motherfuckers gonna let you leave. It takes 45 minutes to get out the door.
I tell you this much.
Yo, take another shot with me. Take a picture with me. Yo, I wanted to tell you about something.
2023, no more showing face. I tell you that much.
That's what you doing?
Yeah, no more showing face just to show face.
I
No,
agree.
no.
Well, I party with a purpose
I agree
anyway.
with you.
I party with a
Makes
purpose.
sense.
I'm gonna stop that. So
and
No, I'm
first
just
of
saying.
all,
I'm just saying because this year.
dig what she
year-
said. Dig
Oh,
what she
you
said.
Yeah, I said I party with a purpose.
I got
Yeah,
an
that's
OG.
what I'm saying. It gotta
Yeah.
make sense.
I got an
It gotta make
OG.
sense.
Older gentleman lived across the
Can't
street
just
from
be,
me in the 60s.
I know you're talking about.
At
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
And Gus used
I
to
like
walk his
that.
little tiny
Party with
dog
a
every day,
purpose.
smoke
I
his
like
J.
that.
So he would come down,
because I
smoke
always
with
say,
us.
give
I
me a
used to smoke
reason
with him.
to. People be
Party
like,
with a purpose.
because I don't drink. So
You
people be
know
like,
your
why you
mic
don't
is in.
drink?
No, she said, what she
No,
said
I was going with
was,
you
she
just
said she
said.
like party with a purpose. So she said, people say,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
she said
yeah.
she don't really drink or she don't drink.
Yeah.
And she said, I need a reason. Party with a purpose. It has to be a purpose for you to go out.
But when he
Correct.
broke down to me at one point, because I was a promoter at the time and I was dabbling, I was doing other shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But he was like, y'all
I remember
having all
him.
these big parties and y'all do it all, like we was shutting Delaware Ave down. Like we was,
I remember
so
him.
I was around and he was like, me and my friends, we party with a purpose. And I'm like, what
And
do
I
you
didn't even
mean?
get it from him, but damn.
He was like, y'all making all this money, you really don't need the money. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew what else I was doing. He like, do y'all raise money towards the scholarship fund? Do y'all donate to the, like, do y'all,
Like, what are you doing?
You're in this place with people that are willing to buy bottles. This is before the hookah run and all that. But like, they spending all this money on bottles and standing and doing the things that we love to do. But it's like, would they put $20 in a bucket on the way in, or can we have a section of the party where we collect, or can we? I've had a bonfire one time and we collected socks and something else for the homeless, because when we went out to give the homeless all of this stuff that people donated, they was like, we need socks, women need undergarments and hygiene stuff.
Right.
Like those are
That's the main
priorities.
stuff that people need.
And so we collected socks at a bop. Like, but are you partying with a? Because y'all keep partying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
With no
saying?
purpose.
I never
That's why I
lean
like
into the
that.
meme that says, "What are you celebrating?" Because you should celebrate life
should do
however
an
you want to
event.
do it. You should
right.
live your life however
Party
you want
with
to
a
do it.
purpose.
But partying with a purpose. You know what I'm saying?
I party
Even
with
if
a
it's to
purpose.
get something out there. If we're
Facts.
gonna be online, let's make sure that this foundation gets shouted out all night. That their logo is up and in the
Spread
background.
awareness.
Let's do something.
Mm-hmm.
So like, I'm glad you pointed that out because Gus has been on me and I've been, like I said, I've been doing
He
it.
still live over there?
I've been doing it. No, he don't
Some
live there no more. But
words.
Gus still around. I still talk to Gus.
That's what's up. I remember him.
He still asks about.
I remember him because I used to
He asks
park
about all of y'all.
because the driveway was right there, the garage on. So I used to park right there, and I used to ever go to his house, and I used to wait for him, which wasn't. He was always ready. I was always late, so he never really had to wait. But when I used to pull up, I used to park in front of his joint, and I used to always like, "Oh, I'm in front of his joint." He like, "No, he cool. Don't even worry about him." Like, yo, I remember.
No, Gus is a good dude, OG, but like
And this was we was kids, like we was kids.
he one of the ones. Like he knows a lot of good dudes. He used to be like, "Yo, I got some older guys that want to open some bars and some nightclubs. You gonna have to be our point man."
Right.
Like he used to be running them plays.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
That's heavy.
You just gotta like you know.
Got to be a
What you
rap.
drinking?
You gotta be a decent
That's
person.
ginger ale.
Oh, she drinking Henny though.
But this is Hennessy.
Got you. You know,
She's drinking Cran Tropical and
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
So I think she needs more Bel Air because
Some good Lux
I'm crying.
life. About that Lux life.
no, but I was into the pop culture question, right?
Right.
Right.
What
Oh
stood
yeah,
out?
that was my other question.
You know what? I gotta go.
What
She
stood
had
out?
such a great answer. It was
I
just
gotta go.
it was so
What
immaculate.
stood out to Barbie this year?
about
Besides the Salacious. 'Cause we don't
No,
wanna
we answered
get
the question
into
of, besides the selection, or not the pop culture
No,
question.
I mean like I don't want to burn out 40 minutes talking about people with 2-letter names. Or
2-letter
or-
names. I'm not gonna start because I don't even know.
Yeah.
What those are. Oh, okay.
or motherfuckers that
Okay.
have fragments that
Yay.
they lie about. Like I don't want to get into that. Outside of that, like things, you know what I mean? Because we gotta dissect those. It's a
Yeah, I was
That wasn't
I'm
even a part of
having
my
fun.
hold up. The fact that
I'm
I
having
was so
fun.
up here and that was not even like my
no,
way.
but your answer
Yeah.
proved that already.
I was
Your answer actually proved that.
Right.
But I just because sometimes when you ask people those kind of questions,
Such a great
they think that they have to give their opinion on the biggest thing. No, what stood out to you that touched you or that you noticed? Even if it was a loss that we took this year, like
Right.
what's something that jumped out to you this year that Barbie said, you know what, or something that boosted you maybe and said you could do it. You could Fenty
do
too.
it.
You could be Fenty too.
You can do it.
I would say the Takeoff. Takeoff's death was hard, and PNB Rock.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So I'm
agree.
from Uptown,
Talk
I
about it.
agree.
Me too.
and
It's on here.
we walked past Germantown. We walked past his block, or I walked past his block a lot of times.
Yeah.
Just naturally. If you know how to get around his block, then you know,
Know it.
he
You know
lives
where-
on a back block. To be
Right.
honest, PNB.
Right behind. So you guys. So
It's
you
the
don't say.
smallest block.
Yes.
With 18 talented kids that grew up.
Yeah.
on it.
Right. Right.
It's a
crazy.
back block.
It
So
should be a new name for that. Like it should be a whole like it should
I
be
think
something.
it'll be a thing.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
in time.
that was hard.
Yeah. That was hard.
Just from Uptown, just to see people make it. It's not that many people that make it from Uptown. It's a lot of people that make it from Philly, but what I'm saying from
right.
Uptown, it's not that many. Like Will is from West. Will, like, you know, different people is from Kevin Hart's from North. So
But Eve was from not far from there.
Eve was, but
But
she's
Eve is
still
actually the city.
correct.
Yeah. Eve
I
is-
mean, I just know where she lives.
But she correct. I mean, we know she was from Uptown, but she still has some reps in North.
Yeah.
So what I mean is we
really
don't
west.
have.
She from West and then Germantown.
Yeah.
And then
You
up
see
there.
what I'm saying?
But that's
Like,
what
Eve's
I'm
thing.
So when she came out, she was from
Eve
King.
like- Eve
but she
like
said
Eve's
Washington
black
Lane
man.
right across from Rittenhouse
Correct. She went to
School.
King,
So,
but
yeah.
but that's our we
I
can't.
know for a fact.
But I know what you're saying. I don't want to discredit what you're
Yeah,
saying.
no, because I
don't
get
wanna discredit
it.
what you're
Because
saying.
we still own her, but what I'm saying is we
We
don't
talking about
have.
But let's talk about PNB because that's what we was talking about. We
Right,
was
but
talking
he
about
was
that
from
corner
he
and
was
that.
from there
Yeah.
legitimately. He spent his whole life there. So to see somebody that made it out of there was huge, and for him to pass away the way that
The
he
way he
passed
did.
the way that he passed away was freaking hard
Yeah.
And
for the city.
like to name yourself PNB. Let's
Your
be
block.
for real.
Your literal block.
People don't even realize that his name is Rock. PNB is the gang, the
Right.
clique. Not, I don't want to say gang because
No, not correct.
I wasn't
correct.
associated with it. I was
But
associated
that was
literally
the-
with the block.
but
It's
he-
literally the block.
Correct.
But he made vicariously, since he's had such huge records, he made PNB such a big thing. But people don't even realize how much is behind that.
Correct.
Like there's so many people that it's like the OBH thing.
Yeah.
If you got OBH on your name, somebody gonna pay attention to you and give you opportunity to show
Right.
if you dope or not.
Right.
Now he's done that for anybody that's attached to PNB at such a level. It's just he's not going to see the fruits of a lot.
I
of it.
know.
He's seen some of it,
And that's
though.
what happened
Shout
to
out
Nipsey,
Shiz.
too.
Shout out to PNB.
It's a lie.
Chiz and
But
them.
speaking to
He's
what
seen
you
some
were
of it.
speaking about with Takeoff, what really touched me, it was literally the week before he passed. Was he was saying he didn't want his flowers after he passed, and then he passed literally like a week.
I didn't know that.
He was on he was on an interview. I don't remember exactly which interview he was on, but he literally said, "I don't want my flowers after I pass," and he passed
Might have been
within a
Drink
week.
watched
I don't even know if it was
Drink
on drink.
Champs.
I don't think it was that.
So was it that one?
It might have been Nori.
No, actually, that's Drink Champs. Actually, he did.
No, he
was
said
saying-
Nori. That's Drink Champs. Yeah,
They
you're
was drink. He was.
I said it might have been Nori. You said Drink Champs. I was
She
thinking of
said
something
it-
else. Yes.
What you said is not wrong. She
I didn't
kinda said
paraphrase it. I
kinda said
paraphrased it.
backwards. Yeah,
I paraphrased it.
But no, he did say that. He did. Refer
was Drink
to that.
Champs.
When they gave them their flowers, when they explained the flower shit, he made a little speech about like, no, this is what, because this is why I'm doing this, that, and the third, because now I want my shit now.
Now,
He did say
correct.
that.
I paraphrased.
He did say that. So no, you. At first, I was like,
But that's why I was eerie.
I was thinking of a tweet.
No.
Gotcha.
When she first said it, or
No.
Instagram post. When you said it was the interview, I'm like, that's Drink Champ. I watched that.
Yeah, it was, and that's why it was so eerie because it was so close, and it's so many times, and it's funny because sometimes when I like see a lot of people who I haven't seen long, or I reach out to people who I haven't talked to, or I say eerie things, I be like, damn, I'm about to. I really think like, damn, I'm about to pass. I said some crazy eerie shit. No, I'm serious. Like, sometimes you reach out to people who you ain't seen for 20 years or whatever it might have been, and I really think about that. So for him to say it, it's so many times that people say something that is so like long lasting, like for it to be like their last comment, it's like, wow, like it's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah.
So for him to say that less than a week before he passed was kind of like eerie to me.
But that happens so often now.
Correct.
It does.
Even with Biggie, think about Biggie. He knew he was going to die. Think
Like
about
the death. The whole album was like death.
But now with social media, if you look at people's tweets or whatever Instagram posts from the last 2 weeks, there's something eerie there. It's like the kind of like Biggie and Pop. People say that they spoke it into, but they had a feeling.
Correct. I
They
agree.
had a vibe. Like, you're talking about two of the most cerebral people we've ever seen. You see what I'm saying? Like, they understand people that don't understand themselves as soon as they meet them.
Mm-hmm.
They get it. They felt something. They felt the energy. They felt the wave. They felt the direction. I've been there before. I've been in the turmoil. And then for 5 weeks, people call me every morning, first thing in the morning, like, yo, you okay? I just had a bad dream about you. Oh, I gotta change some shit.
First of all, we felt the vibe when
I
Biggie
had
and
the
Tupac was
opportunity
going
to
through it.
change some shit. I didn't have a machine pushing me
Right.
to where I couldn't say, hold up, I'm not going. You see what I'm saying? Like, we gotta realize this is what goes on.
But think about it, when Biggie and Tupac was going through it, we felt it too.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So just imagine how intensified it was for them.
It was a weight on the audience.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. Like, just imagine
crazy.
if we was going through the
crazy.
shit. Just imagine.
Was that the only one though?
When you feel like you have to pick sides or you have to take a stand, even if you're not picking a side, to say you're not going to pick a side. Like, at
But was
some
that the
point,
only?
you had to be
Was that the only
personally
one that was
involved.
just naive though? That didn't really think it would have gotten to that level? Because I really didn't think that it was going to get to that level.
You know what's so crazy?
At
about
that age, at that stage,
And
I
I'll be
really
honest,
thought.
And I've always said,
I thought it was antics. I thought the Source
When the
Awards.
Source Awards
I thought that
happened, I knew it was bad.
No, I thought they was antics.
No, I knew it was real. I didn't think they would die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gotcha.
But the irony, and it's crazy because I wanted to say something
didn't think
about
they
my
would die
dad
either.
in a minute. But my dad told me about both of them dying. My dad was like, it wasn't on social media. And my dad woke up in the morning, woke me up and said, yo, you know Tupac died? Yo, you know Biggie died? Like, that's crazy.
Right.
Because it was on the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
So the shit was happening overnight. You see what I'm saying? But one
He
thing,
be up all early.
Could you imagine?
one thing that I want to salute my dad for real quick,
They would have had
and I
the
just thought
shootings.
about it. And all right, so my dad retired from teaching years ago. We threw the whole party. Everybody was dressed up, and it was great.
Right.
He been in the barbershop still ever since.
Right.
Because he still owns the barbershop, right? On the 31st of this year will be his last day in that barbershop working. We gonna celebrate it, right? He's gotten 2 citations from the city. So let's make some noise for that. And very soon, the block that the barbershop is on is going to be named after him.
Yeah.
Was that Stewart? What block is it on? What block is it
It's
on?
on Media.
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 But they got the
and,
South thing about the other one.
No, it's on Media and shit.
It's
my
not.
bad.
The other one was on Stewart Street,
What's
though,
the-
wasn't it?
No, yeah. What's the name of the other? My bad.
Whatever. We'll get to that.
But
Yeah, but I was thinking about this because they so
that's a
legendary. They
big
got
deal.
hit more than one.
that's a big deal. No, because even in that shop, it says that it's on a wall that it says that my dad's been there 50 plus years. He's been behind a barber chair since he was about 11, 12 years old, and he's 77. So he's been there over 60 years.
Much respect.
You know what I'm saying? So like they are that neighborhood. So I just wanted to thank anybody that might have had to sign those petitions, anybody
Absolutely.
that lobbied for those things to happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
I know he
Absolutely.
deserves it, but
Shout out.
it's been handled so awesome that
Shout out to Mr. Rice.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And you say he got 2?
But hold up, I ain't going.
my family had a few barbershops. Yes.
But hold up,
All in West Philly. Yeah.
I got a joke with you. We not gonna joke about the streets though in West Philly though.
No, one of the things that stick out about my childhood, because I grew up and went to school with her, is one time I said that my grandma was from 60th and Lowbrook, and she flipped out and was like, "It's fucking Locust Street. You don't know West Philly. I'm from West Philly." And I'm like, I can
Mind you, we're in a private school. We're in this like all black private school in Mount Airy.
I was mistaken. We was
Because
in
you actually lived at Lowbrook, but you lived at Lowbrook though. Like,
He said I was in a state.
so listen, where he was from, the corner. I will say now, I know that where he was from, it was Lowbrook uptown, but where he was talking about was Locust out West Philly.
And that's literally.
But I was like West Philly to the core.
about to
Like,
say, I know
you
how
can't
it's-
tell
I know-
me.
She grandstanded on me in class.
But you know how that feels when somebody get us wrong. When somebody get us
know
wrong,
West
you know
Philly
we
light
gotta
skin.
stand hard on it. So
Like,
I
hold on, you
understand-
not from West Philly. You don't know that.
Because
But
somebody
mind
else did
you-
that to me. Somebody was like,
She
I got a
definitely West
spot
Philly
down
light
north. And they said,
But
guess
if
where
it's-
it's at?
but if it's-
Shelton and
Like,
Ogons.
like
I said, that's
West
not
Philly
north.
light skin.
I said, sir, can you, hold on. Stop the whole conversation. Stop. Please stop. Just because you're wrong. Wherever your location is, can you not say that's north? Because that's not North Philly.
Right.
All the comments like, that's uptown. Yes, I'm going to need you to know where you was at, okay?
Yes.
So
But
you got to understand what she was
the
saying.
twist is.
No, I understand what he was saying.
But
Because I was
listen.
clarifying his ass.
But dig it though. Everybody in the class, we were. If it's 30 kids in this class, we were the only two
from West
that
Philly?
was West and Uptown baby.
Right.
It was just the opposite. I lived uptown and she be up like she lived
Right.
up there less than she was in West. So
No, it was the same. Well, I mean, I just went to West Philly on the weekends. So I was literally, I lived behind you.
you just caught street names before.
I
me.
just knew. No, I mean, I had just moved to my dad's.
Okay, all right.
So I was from West. I had just moved
Yeah,
to my
that's
dad's.
what I thought. So
Got
it was
you.
like we the only two that could have had that conversation. And
Got
she
you.
shitted on me. Everybody was
She
looking
had
like
to.
they don't
And
know.
mind you,
She
they
had
didn't
to.
know.
We was like 10.
Think about it, Sammie. We would have shitted on her if she would have did the same. Think about it.
Probably.
If she would have said, I'm going down north and I'm on Ogons.
I ain't gonna lie.
You
though.
would have.
I'ma keep it G.
Exactly. See, look.
Oh,
I'm gonna keep it G though. Back in them days, I really didn't challenge the girls
Exactly.
because the
You
girls
were like,
used
hold
to say
on.
shit like, "What you want, a cookie?" Remember them days?
Yeah, I did.
Like you would say something to make all the sense in the world. A girl be like, "What you want, a cookie?"
Yeah.
Play
You like,
trash.
I remember that line.
I'm leaving them alone, yo.
There you
I
go.
can't win.
We was some tough little girls though too. Like it was a nice mix, but like most of the girls.
It was definitely a
I remember I was.
But listen,
how to keep it to yourself, nigga.
Shout out, hold up, real quick. We're not gonna take this too personal, but shout out to Amber and Jasmine because I just saw them both in the past 2 weeks.
Love my sisters.
But we went to a school with like a lot of like real like strong girls. Like it was a few that was timid, but not too many. Most of
She
us,
played football with us on concrete.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Most of us was like,
shit.
and then play double that shoe. Like who got the rope?
No bullshit.
Like, listen, I'm
no,
telling you,
like they sang. All of them could sing.
yeah.
It was crazy. Like they were an anomaly, bro. They played football with us. Was still girly girls when it was and could sing their ass off. Like they were their own choir. It was like 5 of them.
That's crazy.
Bro, it was
own
weird,
choir,
bro.
yeah.
She just named
So
2
it was
of
good
them.
time.
but
So y'all, yeah, good
There's
times.
another 2. Yeah,
That's
but
crazy.
like, and they was all my homegirls. Like, I fucked with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I got it. Like they wasn't
That's crazy.
fronting.
Right.
But like I remember when they first started getting their time of the month, and I used to be like, I don't care about that shit.
I was late, so you ain't had to go through that. I was
Nah,
I
not
was
with
a late
you, but
ass.
there's a
I was
couple
a
of them
bummer.
that used to. You know, I was the
Yeah.
homie yesterday. Today you fronting.
Yeah, we got to.
Oh, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear that shit. But they like, no, you. At least you be funny.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At least you be
True.
funny.
At least you be funny.
No, that's what
Yes.
it comes down to because they don't want to be bothered, but at least you gave them a minute to laugh.
Yeah.
True.
That's what
I
it was.
can't.
I grew up through all that shit, man. Y'all was hell.
We still are hell. Shit.
Y'all was hell. But no, Kravitz, you didn't give your pop culture moment. I'm keeping tabs.
Oh.
Hey, yo, you are. You really keep.
You pulling
Yeah,
a
you
side
keep trying
today.
to duck out. You been
You
looking at your
pulling a
phone.
side today. What's
I'm on-
up?
you taught me well.
You was pulling a
Listen to the
side.
story.
Listen.
You said you taught me well. Shout out to
I
Philly
learned a
Fruit
lot from
Juice.
Sal.
Damn, that's actually a good question. I don't even know my answer.
It was your question. You was supposed to be
I know,
prepared.
but
Like
it was a good question
He
for
was
y'all.
he didn't care about himself. Yeah, he was trying
It
to
was a good
project
question for y'all.
I got
know?
you.
I didn't think.
Yeah,
about
because
a
we're
projection.
peasants, and
it. Correct. Mm-hmm.
you see, he just took his knighthood off. He got the thing on.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna piggyback off of the Black Panther.
Okay.
And
I'm interested.
I'm gonna say it was a great way to. All right, so Dr. Umar did a review on it, right?
Wow. I get the
knew
Dr.
it.
Umar.
You don't
Wow.
know how much I knew it.
Look, Dr. Umar did a review on Wakanda Forever. I know, right, Cody. I know, and it's so many things about the review, right? About Wakanda Forever.
Mexican superhero from under the water.
Yo, so first thing.
That's why you said that.
People, when somebody says with no disrespect,
You already know it's a ton of disrespect coming.
to be very disrespectful.
It's a whole ton. Like just know.
I've never seen somebody say
This is my
with no
most respectful way to
disrespect,
disrespect you.
say
This is
something
my most respectful way to
Somebody say
disrespect
no
you.
disrespect. Walk away.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
I think that it means that this
No,
is my
ser-
most respectful way to disrespect you.
Disrespect.
Correct.
It's like
Because if I
respectful.
say with no disrespect, I'm coming with the ratchet stuff. I just want you to know that I don't mean no.
Correct, because I don't say that. So if I ever say it,
But I gotta say what I gotta say. Is
I'm
what
out.
I'm
If
saying.
somebody want to finish this drink, I'm leaving.
Yeah, so I'm like, so while like I listened to it in full entirety, right? And at the end of it, the only statement that I had, the only reaction that I had to the whole thing was, but I thought it was a really good movie.
Because I went to see a movie. I wasn't
I
really.
did not get anything.
I didn't go with my culture or my fucking
Everything
front
you
brain.
just said, I did not get any of that from Black Panther.
but that's
at
because
all.
people be having intent too. So you know, some
Like,
people like we have different intent
He
on
has
what
a
you watch
narrative
something
that pays
with.
him.
Correct.
No, that's what I know, and I'm like, wow, like what, like.
Is that fair?
I mean, even if it's not a narrative, I mean, I'm just saying everybody here, we go with different intent. Like you went to watch a movie.
Yeah,
He went to culturally figure out what he could dissect and narrate.
And I don't think
Some
it
shit
was.
about
I don't think it was written for like. I don't think it's really written for that.
But I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it's not a nonfiction.
What you mean?
It's not the truth.
Right.
It's not a true. It's not
Nonfiction
a
is
true
fake.
story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't think.
And I respect Dr. Umar Johnson. I respect him.
You know what I mean? Like he got something that I'd be like, okay, I see where you're coming from, but this one.
But it's not like we're teaching this in our schools and with our kids and saying that
But
this
see,
is our history. Like
I'm gonna
this
tell
is
you
a
where the
whole-
argument comes from and why it makes sense when he says it. Because he's putting it in the light of the attention, the perception that was derived from the first movie, right? We're not looking
I'll say that. I
at.
didn't
We're
see what
not
he said
looking
either.
at
I
it.
didn't see Dr. Umar's
He's not. He's
comment.
not.
I don't even know what he said.
We're not looking at it anymore as a superhero movie, right? At this point, we're saying, remember when you got all the black people riled up and wearing dashikis and everybody was so excited?
Yeah.
And now you got this curly hair, as you know what I'm saying? That's not Marvel's job. Is to keep black people engaged in
Correct.
a superhero movie.
Correct.
So that lens, if you're somebody that likes to say, well, shit, that explosion wasn't big enough, it's not realistic, then you're going to do the same thing if it's something else that you apply it to.
My question is, aren't there also other indigenous people than just us?
That's probably part of the reason, but never mind.
I mean, I'm just saying. So that's all I'm saying.
No,
So,
you did right. But see, that's the thing. It's like, to the people that want to, and I'm telling you right now, what's going on in society,
Go ahead.
and everybody speaks
Go
to it.
You go.
But what's happening in society right now is literally, you ever know somebody that went to jail, read a book, and act like nobody else read the motherfucker before?
There's a lot of guys that go to jail.
That's what's happening on social media. There's a bunch of people that heard something that finally
yeah, I
made
know.
sense to them that they probably should have grasped when they was 15, but they didn't take the time to pay attention.
Right.
And now they think the world don't know. And a lot of the biggest headlines, the people that we talk about that we don't want to talk about right now, that's what they're doing. They're saying some shit like it's brand new.
Right. And
And it's like, no, we done dealt with that, went past that. We done dealt with that, went past that, and all of that. And you're acting like this is, you need to ring an alarm over it.
Right.
not reading that line.
And that's what's making it dangerous because you should be past it. You should be at the point of understanding beyond that, but you're acting like everybody else is dumb.
Right.
Where did you learn it from?
Some people learn it late, you know.
They learn it.
They be on the short
desperate-
yellow bus
they learn a lot of
sometime.
desperate situations, and when you're desperate, you latch on to things that fit your narrative.
I also think there's a spectrum of there's a spectrum of not only interest but intellect and everything
All
in
of that.
between.
If you tell me you don't read books, can't follow you.
Yeah, we not.
I also don't listen. I'm also, so again, it's a spectrum, right?
So if a book
There are
comes across
people
you, you don't pick it up to see what it's about.
At least an audio.
I mean, maybe
audio books.
I mean,
all
listen.
for the audio books.
Listen, there's a spectrum, right?
something.
Audible is wonderful.
But I'm not the type of person who can, just because someone says something, I disagree with it, because there has to be some type of like
I need facts.
support.
Yep.
There has to be
Fact
some type
based.
of.
The
Yep.
minister told you, don't believe me, read the Bible.
Yep. That's
He gave you a reference.
yeah.
Right.
Whether you believe in what was in there or not, or whatever
Yeah.
was derived,
Nope.
he didn't just say, he said, yo, this is in the Bible.
Right.
When they couldn't give you that, you knew something was wrong, because at least they should have did their due diligence to give me something to aim into it.
Mm-hmm. Nope, you're right.
Let's be for real. You're not going to stand on a pulpit and tell me some shit with no real sources. Don't give me somebody's name that's popular now and that's 42 years old
Yeah.
as your source.
Macaroni and cheese.
Are you fucking crazy?
So wait, a 42-year-old person can't be a source?
They can be a source, but the source has to have a
But it can't be.
backing too.
Yeah.
That's my point. That was my point.
They have to have a
I just want to make some clarity.
Yeah, that 42-year-old, what source is he going after? Because
Exactly.
they have to have the source.
No, a 12-year-old could preach any gospel.
But he
You
has to
know
have
that.
the source.
But where is it coming
Right.
from?
And now if he has the right source and he's preaching it, we're all for it.
All you famous motherfuckers ain't suddenly divine.
No,
That is true.
clearly.
They getting
That's the
indicted.
difference. We're
They get
treating people
indicted.
as if they're divine, as if they got touched and somebody said, "Say it."
That's the problem, I think. With social, I mean, even prior to social media, because before we had social media, that was what I mean. Celebrities, anybody that was in a social
It's the Chris Rock joke.
limelight.
Ask Ja. Why do we care what Ja has to say? It's the Chris Rock joke. We was there before social media.
Right.
People don't realize that's what he was talking about.
We
He
were
was talking
definitely
about
there.
TMZ energy and shit like that.
Right.
He was like, why do we keep putting the fucking camera in famous people faces that don't care?
Right.
And then we get mad when a young Rocky or one of them say, man, I don't know what's going on over there. Or Wayne say, I don't care. I'm good. I don't think racism exists because a white man saved my life.
Right.
Like, all right, he's a fucking rock star. He's not a scientist.
Right.
He doesn't look at numbers. He doesn't care about what happens in this state as opposed to that state judicially.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
If you
No,
live
for
in
real.
La La Land, then you free to be a fucking cloud.
It's called USA.
That's what it comes
You could be
down
where
to.
you could be what you
Whatever
want to be.
mentally you want to exist. And I
Correct.
can't fault you for that.
Correct.
But we can't put that much weight on what that person says.
I agree.
Yep.
I need a reference point. I need a ladder. I need a
the
step.
matrix.
I need something before you.
Right.
And then it got to be a ladder before you.
It has to be.
Sorry, I
has to
need
be.
facts.
What I always say, a lot of things we say, well, that's cliche. They cliche because they've been
it's
true
true.
for
Because they be true.
generations.
Correct.
It's interesting because I do say that. I be like, I know it's cliche, but it makes some sense. Like,
It's been true since before you. That's why it's cliche.
right.
Why is it still relevant now? Because it's true.
People don't get that part.
Because it's
It
true.
was true before you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right. That's why I said people don't get that.
That's heavy.
It was true before you.
You listen to rap songs, right? When niggas get emotional, who do they quote? They fucking grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
And then a young boy listens to it and says, shit, that's something to live by. Like, that's crazy.
You think? Right. Because
Niggas
they've been
don't be
living by it
calling
for
their
so
homeboys.
long, and if it worked, clearly,
Think about it. Real shit.
go down the
Auntie
same
said-
path.
Yeah.
So,
Actually a good observation.
no, seriously.
I can't with y'all. Okay, so back
Okay.
on this.
we
So
on?
so we all answered our goals.
Yes.
We all answered our pop culture question.
Yes, we did.
Okay. All right. So I think so. I just have a question. It's about goals and pop all that together. How do you guys manage your goals? Does anybody do vision boards?
I do.
Do you write down your goals? Do you charter your goals? Like, do you revisit them
I do vision
Quarterly.
boards.
every couple months?
I do one at
I'm-
the top of the year.
I'm big on speaking it out loud and mostly on camera now. So then I'm beholden to it.
Yeah.
Like the putting it in the universe thing.
So does
I've
somebody
been
ever
doing
come
it
back and
so
say,
much, man.
but you said
No, because on some real shit, I've exceeded a lot of things.
But you
personally
said
that I
2
didn't-
years ago.
Oh, I do shit like that. He'll tell that's the wrong answer because I do that. You know I do that.
No, but no, and I
Shout out to our girl.
wouldn't
Hold
mind
up.
it.
I gotta shout
But
out one
I
of
could
our
probably
girls.
explain why the direction shifted too.
I gotta shout out our girl, one of our girls, one of my favorite, one of my favorite guests. She is. I love her. Was Stormy, because I did it to Stormy.
Oh shit!
I did it to Stormy. Shout out to Stormy P.
Shout out
Yeah,
Stormy
Stormy.
P.
I did. So her first one, she was just telling some
I tried
things
to
that
get
she
Stormy
wanted to
today.
do.
She was busy.
I talked to her about some things she wanted to do, and we revisited a
That's
year
mine.
later or so.
Mm-hmm.
I asked her about those things and revisited. So that's why I asked you, Pokeless. She's the one person I remember doing that to specifically.
Yeah, you definitely did that with her. But no,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I say it out loud. But I'm a Gemini, and I hate to rely on my sign, but I literally wrecking ball my way.
Mm.
Like I kind of float into everything. I don't know how to explain it, but like I always be where I'm supposed to be.
And you said Gemini.
No, I agree. I go by aura's energy and just the way
Some people
things
try to
just-
deny the signs, but when you said that really connected it.
Hell
made
yeah,
sense.
he's a Gemini. God.
Yeah. But when he said it literally, my brain went, boop, okay, wrecking ball, boom, boom, I got it. Like, it made sense. So I
Yes,
get
it's
it.
the
Like,
calm or the storm.
yeah.
One of the two.
It's crazy you're a Gemini. I was just speaking about Geminis. I said, yo, people hate Geminis, but I love them.
I like Gemini.
And
too.
he's
I
a
get along with
Gemini.
Gemini. I get along
And
with
Barbie
Gemini.
loves
This is crazy. So, yeah, I was literally just talking about Geminis.
I get along with Geminis too.
Yeah. People talk shit about them. So I be like, why? I be sitting there like, why? You don't get them?
I mean,
'Cause
like,
get
talking
'em.
about signs, like I'm a Libra. Libras get along.
Oh,
with
you're a
Geminis,
Libra.
too.
So
See?
you're
See? What?
on the
What?
scale. You
I
be
am.
teeter-totter.
I do, to find that balance.
That's why
Yeah, I know.
she tells
I
me
love
so.
Libras though. That's why. But I understand both of your signs, so that's why I said, okay, I get it.
And
But
it's
see,
we're kind of exact opposites, actually, when you think about it, because it's like one or the other, and Libras like balance shit out.
correct. No,
Which way
because
is you
Libras,
today?
y'all balance a lot of people out, but y'all can't be balanced.
Correct.
So I get, like,
I'm
I totally
so
get y'all
unbalanced.
sound. I totally get it. That's
You're
why.
right. I try to make sure.
No, they
everybody
do.
else
They
is
balance
good.
a lot of people out, but they will not get balanced themselves,
So
and
I
it's
watched the
so
Cleo
freaky.
documentary. It's like,
Whoa. That would be funny. They should have a Cleo. Delivery. They should actually have a Cleo documentary. Actually.
They should.
Oh, they do?
It's crazy.
Where is it on?
It's on. Is it Hulu?
So my
Netflix?
fire
It's
stick.
called Me Now.
It should be.
Coming on. This is
The
Cleo.
crazy thing about it is you find out that she was actually gifted.
She was.
No, I heard
But
of
the
that.
scam was ran by the people ahead of her. Like she was basically getting paid peanuts, and they was making
Really?
millions. And every time you call, you talk to 30 people that never
Correct,
read
correct.
anybody anything.
Yeah.
They're following the script.
And where's this on, bro?
Just look up Call Me Now. I think it's on Hulu.
I'll tell you before we get over. Before
Yes.
We get but shout out. That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
But
I learned some things on my bro.
But
Listen.
the people that surround her, that like knew her after all of that, they really believed that she had a real gift and that she cared about people and all of that stuff. Now, the
After that,
accent,
then.
the accent being fake and all of that, like nobody really knows where she came from. It sounds like she lied about certain things, but she was adopted and all of that, which
It's on
adopted kids
HBO
do.
Max.
HBO Max.
They also had the trailers on YouTube. Okay.
Call Me Now is very interesting. Very
That means
interesting.
it's on my fire stick.
But funny because you speak of pop culture, like there was a time where we saw that fucking commercial all night.
Call me now. Mm-hmm.
I'm about to say that commercial came on about 100 times every night.
It used to come on BET.
And she probably didn't even get paid for the commercials.
The infomercial used to come on BET, so you could be watching Uncut or something, and then that come on next and be on until the sun
Call
comes.
me now.
It was using the shit out of her likeness.
No, they killed that.
That's a shame.
And if you watch it, like it really, and she took the blame for it, of course, like because she was the face. But it was like two white men somewhere that never.
So let me ask y'all a question.
600 million or some shit like that.
What do y'all feel? Because I think the more that as time progresses, we become more sensitive. What do you feel about this whole cancel culture? Because I feel like we're very sensitive people these days.
I think that cancel culture is overrated. I think that social media, the presence of a million voices in one place and following one hashtag was overwhelming for people. But nobody has been permanently canceled that hasn't gone to jail. You see what I'm saying? Like, and
Yeah, but even
I
if-
believe that when they get out of jail, they're uncanceled.
To me, I mean, you can. Agree. To me, I feel like you can agree or disagree with people. I feel like we have our amendments and our rights for reasons.
I think we're mistaking our power.
And no, I just feel like it's.
I agree with that.
I mean, taking our power might be one way of saying it, but I also feel like when people just voice their opinions, it's their fucking opinion. I feel like
you can't say you
like Dave Chappelle and different people. Like he says he's a comedian for one, but he like what he says has no weight on anybody's life or money or occupation or housing or anything like that. So why is it so important to cancel someone for the things that they say out their mouth?
But he's uncancelable. The thing is, you're talking about outrage. We're not even talking about canceling because they speak on what he does. They have never been able to cancel Dave since he walked away from 60 million.
They keep trying.
But they're just speak this.
Like the latest one with Elon Musk, they're really trying.
When you don't have to write a letter or an email anymore, you could just put up fucking 5 words about something. Everybody's going to respond.
Right. Well,
whether they care
Will
or
has
not.
been canceled. They're saying that his last emancipation has only earned $3,000 per theater viewing.
All right. How much did he get paid for it?
It cost $126 million or something to make.
So
I don't know what he got paid.
30 of that.
Right.
He ain't canceled. Will has had flops before.
True.
And Emancipation was a badly timed movie.
Correct. That was also the other
badly timed movie.
That was the other part of the actual story.
Let's be fair.
That was the other part.
I won't say.
But that was the part. They were saying it was. Hold on one second. They were saying it was badly timed because of the cancel culture.
Not even that. It's just the place that we are in society where, like, if you're gonna put out something that feels like a slave movie or a black people being down movie, it has to present as phenomenal. Because we're burnt out by it.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people have said that.
We're literally like, we don't want to keep seeing
Not that specific, but just
and what I heard is the message of the movie isn't really what you get from the promo of the movie. Like, it may be uplifting. But the thing is, it was badly timed, especially because it felt like this movie might have been filmed 2 years ago. It felt like he did it just because he had to.
Right.
That's not necessarily true. They don't put $125 million out in 3 months.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not true. But it was just bad timing in general. Like, the conversation has been about when do we stop having to see ourselves in that light?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Niggas was excited about Django because it was a revolt of a black man against white people.
Django too.
But then it became what they say nigga 3,000 times in the movie, and this white man just like to create situations to keep saying nigga in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then you get the story that we was waiting on.
But that was the reality.
And they shut down the fucking director because of his past before, you know, the movie come out, and that goes like a whisper. And then Till comes out. Right. And Till is huge, and that's a big story that's never been told in that way.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We saw the documentaries in middle school. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? We was forced to watch them shit every year.
That's why I don't really need to see the movie. I know what it is.
Same way with Titanic. We knew everything about the Titanic before the movie came out. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's certain stories that's being told.
It was a thick ass Titanic book.
No, we used to watch the video. We watched the video.
And we watched the video. But before the video,
we used to watch this video for it was a whole quarter
Titanic
probably. We watched this shit.
Yeah, like entire semesters was spent watching.
It was an entire semester.
And then we would watch Roots.
Oh yeah.
Like,
but then we would watch the best of Eddie Murphy though.
Then we watched the best of Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live. Yo, that month used to be the shit.
Yes. We got no work done.
Because, and then, you know, he had his own series and everybody had that on tape too. So then you could watch some of that. But the funny thing is, you realize, and I know this when Dave Chappelle first dropped his show, he was very similar to Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy, where when they had their shows, they used to say every episode, they gonna cancel us right now.
Yes.
If I don't get canceled after the day, like they used to say that shit all the time because they always pushed the limit.
Right.
Dave was the same way. Dave knew that his situation was gonna fall that way. You see what I'm saying? He was prepared for it. I don't think people realize that.
Yeah. That's why it's interesting today.
He prayed for the best and prepared for the worst.
You don't think he's a historian of comedy? He don't know how this shit go?
Absolutely. Right. But that's why it's so interesting that he gets the pushback that he gets now. Like he's done said and done worse shit than he, you know what I'm saying, as of late and recent.
He's actually being way more thoughtful.
Modest, correct.
Way more thoughtful about humanity nowadays. He's talking about
back then.
He's talking about getting you motherfuckers to stop trying to cancel each other while you're canceling him.
Right.
That's why you can't cancel him. Like, you gotta realize, this is the man that stood on Saturday Night Live and smoked the drum.
Thanks.
Came back the next year and talked so crazy that he just held the cigarette.
Right.
He didn't even like the bitch. He said, you know what, I can't do both. Like, he know what he doing, yo. People dig it. And then they said the monologue was so crazy. You know, he's been putting out 15-minute stand-up since fucking 2020.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a set. That's an entire set for him. You will leave happy. You'll watch 3 openers do 20 minutes apiece, 20 minutes. If he come do that 15, you will walk out of there talking the whole ride home
It'll feel
about
like you was there for the whole hour.
what you
Right.
want.
Yeah.
That means something.
Yeah.
That's prolific.
That's heavy.
You know what I mean? They say we don't have leaders anymore. Our leaders come in different forms.
Absolutely.
What do you tap into?
Absolutely.
And you can balance it out. You don't have to listen to everybody that agrees with each other. You can listen to both perspectives and find yourself. And that's where people are getting messed up at. They're picking teams. You don't have to pick Martin or Malcolm. You never did.
Correct. Correct.
You had to pick freedom and justice for your people.
Hold up. Can I add a little bit of comedic relief?
Please, because I got deep again.
Yes. Did anybody see where they said that Martin and Meek look alike? Oh.
Oh, shit. Yo, shout out to Meek. Shout out to Meek for paying those
Shout out to
ladies down.
Meek. Absolutely.
Got them 20 women.
Absolutely. But Meek been he's
He been
listen,
on it, but
Yes.
That's
Why would you
as of
say
late and as of recent.
but things like that,
They did say that.
things like that inspire others. Because
Absolutely.
he's not the only one. Mano and them have been doing it for a while.
I heard
Mano
Mano
do it.
I saw
Remy does it.
I saw
Where
Yandy
they-
doing it as well.
Yandy did it, where they'll
Correct.
go to a prison. And
No
pay-
shade. Kim Kardashian does it too. No
Yeah,
shade.
they'll pay all the low bells that they can. Like if I got 20,000, how many people does this get out?
Correct. No, yeah,
You know
that's
what
why
I
I said no shade.
And
There's
that's
a lot
dope.
of people on the
That's
low
dope,
does
because you know how
it.
many people was in jail for $500?
Yeah.
No, for real.
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
they say? The average American family is a $400 emergency from being.
Wait, correct.
No,
Absolutely.
that's real.
So a $1,000 bill,
You found it, right? I told you.
had to sit. Yeah,
And that's
I
not
saw
even the
that.
picture I saw. It's like more of the pictures than that. That's not even the only
The
picture that's
crazy
out
shit
there.
is, and this how
would you say that?
we did upgrade the studio. I could really pull this shit up on here, man, to be honest.
That's what I was about to ask because I was about to say because
I ain't really figured out how to do it smoothly.
I was gonna say that.
Working too
We
hard.
gotta get
and
there.
also
That's a
Dave,
goal.
I was
See?
just with
Goal.
Dave
But I can do
Mentor.
that.
Goal.
I was
can
with
do that.
Dave Mentor, Dave Chappelle Mentor, Tony Woods.
Tony Woods.
I was with him about 2 weeks ago. So when I was
That's
actually gonna
dope.
mention, I was gonna tell you pull the picture. I know you can do some fly stuff here. Dave.
Yeah, we done.
So I was gonna pull the picture up and
Yeah.
tell you that. I know, but yeah. So shout out to Dave and shout out to Tony Woods. Tony Hall. He was definitely Tony Woods. He was decent though.
Yeah, Tony Woods. Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
He was
Yo, man.
definitely fly. I enjoyed my time with him.
That's cool. See, you be in them rooms, nigga. Gotta get in them rooms.
Get in there.
You know, I don't post nothing, nigga. I got a whole bunch of pictures with a lot of people I haven't posted. We on parfums. We not on the toilets.
So stupid. Yo.
I do parfums these days, but you know.
You so stupid.
But yeah,
So Kravitz,
look at y'all. What are y'all doing over here?
Bonding?
Yes, they having a moment. What's going on?
He's a little one though, but it's
You can't do it when you have to push
He said I'm lit.
going like. You can't.
So I'm like,
You can't be sneakily putting stuff in when you like all covered.
leg right now, so you gotta like be like 15 seconds ahead. So I can
Why
be
you
10
on
seconds.
delay?
Cause he's sipping with Sammie.
He's
What you
tripping
mean?
with you.
He only
And you
got
passed
one.
him the honey bottle.
Duh.
Half a joint.
This
It's the
nigga only had
champagne
a little
too,
bit of shot.
and the bud. It's a little.
It's the
bit.
champagne, the bud, and the honey. He
Oh, you
just-
gotta come back through a little more regularly, bro. What's up?
That's what it's
Tolerance
been.
down.
My calories down.
Tolerance is down.
Tolerance
Yo,
is
that's
down.
Let's go.
crazy. But
Gotta get it back up there.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about
Gotta
them.
get back.
Barbie,
Hey,
you're an ambassador for.
Philly fruit juice.
Why is the sticker the wrong way? There we go.
There we go.
Philly fruit juice.
You already know.
Explain Philly fruit juice to the people.
Philly Fruit Juice is a local store, local vendor. Romer is the owner. I am the brand ambassador of the strawberry lemonade. Of course, I have it with me
Always.
always. So, but yeah, that's it. I mean,
I mean,
I sell strawberry lemonade. I don't care about that, you know.
Okay, so
But he has other flavors, but
Okay.
I'm strawberry lemonade
all right.
all the way.
and they in a lot of stores around the city. They in the streets around
Yes,
the city.
they everywhere. They're
Shout out to
pop-out
Beagle.
shots.
All
They
over the
everywhere.
place.
Willie
Shout out my guy,
Beagle.
Beagle. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Willie Beagle. Yeah,
That's
shout
my
out.
guy. Yep. That's
Shout
my bro.
out.
Yes.
Beagle be around.
He be everywhere.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He should be back
everywhere.
tomorrow. He was out Jersey, so
And salute
should
to
be
him. He had a He had a milestone this year. He put out they did the movie.
Yes, he's actually in another movie. He'll be in another movie. Yeah.
Dope.
Nice.
Yeah, Willie will be in. He's actually rehearsing. He's been rehearsing, so
But
he'll
he
be in
was
another
the
one.
Black Wizard of Oz type, the Oz type
Of Chicago. Yep.
And what's that on Tubi or?
I believe that's it. That's on Tubi,
Yeah,
and it
check
might be
out
on
my
Amazon.
guy,
But yep,
man.
check out Willie Beagle.
Okay. Shout out to Willie Beagle.
One of
Definitely.
those energies
actor.
that deserves.
He is.
You know what I mean? The
He
looks.
is absolutely
Humble
Yeah.
guy.
very,
I love
very,
him.
but
That's
very
my bro.
deserving of it. Very
And-
deserving of it. Very good, positive energy. I love his spirit.
I think the last time I was around Barbie, we was both performing, right? That was me and that was when he performed.
Yes.
That was at the joint.
Yes.
He killed that shit that night. He
Yeah.
snapped out that night. No bullshit.
Oh, that's what's up.
That was one of
No.
the best performances I seen. Beagle had. He was snapping and everybody was with him in the room. Like,
Right.
it was
Yeah, that was a good that was I think his best performance.
He killed that.
Yeah.
He killed that.
I
That's
remember.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Good.
He was spitting that shit.
Fire.
You know Beagle knows shit.
He's a lyricist.
Yeah, he was spitting that shit.
He's like more of a
I've read some of his
lyricist.
poems and stuff. Yeah, he's definitely a good writer. He's
Yeah.
absolutely a good writer.
Yeah, he went off in there. So salute to the homie, man.
Yes, I got a freestyle with Willie, so
Dope.
got one
You see how she
in with
backed
him.
away from the mic to say that? That's very weird, but I'm gonna let her have it.
She said she got a freestyle with Willie Beagle.
I do.
So Kravis, earlier you said you're not performing as much. You're not gonna be in the studio neither.
Yes, he is.
No, I'm gonna be in the studio, just like not like it's gonna be like more than like when I need to be, than like
All the time.
all the time. Like
Can I give you?
like a full-fledged recording artist.
Can I tell you something that makes more sense?
Yeah.
Do shows that make more sense, and you'll do less of them for a bigger purpose.
Oh yeah, that too. That too.
Because, like I said,
Performing with a purpose.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
No, I just came up with that. I just wanted you to be like, yeah.
you already heard me say we about to run down on Maryland.
Yeah.
Them your folks.
No facts.
Oh, Barbie's was.
Nope, mine is now too.
No.
My bad. But yeah. So like, just pick your spots. Pick your
Pick and
spots.
choose.
Because the universe is going. This is music. You ain't gonna be able to dictate it at the
No, I know.
Right.
No. But it's the plan, just to kind of cut down a little bit.
Work on your rider. You what they say, hey, this is what I need. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And shit like that, and make it work for every time.
No facts.
Because you built a lot of momentum musically, and a lot of the people that we respect and look up to respect what you do musically. So I don't
fact,
never
yeah.
want you to shelf it, even if you back pocket it, walk with it. You know what I'm saying?
You still keep it right here.
Yeah, walk with it. Just walk with it.
You own
I
that.
wanted to
That's
give
a
it
good
up.
one.
You know what I mean?
You own that.
And you know, I was thinking about it because he said that shit 45 minutes ago. And I was
Right.
like,
I was thinking about that too, actually. I just didn't want to cut him off. So
See,
was
I
thinking
heard
about
him,
that.
but when I asked him would
To
he
do
do a
something with
feature
you?
with,
He
he
said
said
yeah.
yes. So I knew in the back of my mind what he meant.
right.
He's saying that he's just trying to.
prioritizing
Slow
for
down.
That's it. He's not saying that he's getting out of it. He's just
Slow
saying
down.
that he's like you say, he's just prioritizing.
When you have the network that we have, you wind up on stage from 1 to 3 or 4 times a week for an entire 3 years before you look up and realize that you've been doing it.
Yeah, not for real.
Like he's at that point.
Correct.
And I get it, because once you've done that, then there's other business to attend to based on what you've created from that.
Yeah, and what you learn.
Like I've grown, I've been
Yeah. And that's what I got from him. That's why I said when he said it.
I just wanted.
When I asked him would he do something with me, he said yes. So that told me that.
Barbie said that's
okay.
enough for me.
She said I'm good. So
Barbie said I'm covered.
I'm cool. As long as he said he's
Yeah.
still working, then that
I
means
gotta
that he's
back
that he's
and
not.
covered.
correct. That he's still tapped in. So that
Yeah.
that gives me an idea. Then okay, if I hear something, I can send it to him, and I know he's
Right.
still with it.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, we're excited about Barbie's EP.
Factory.
And it sound
Wait,
like
supposedly EP.
it sound
No, we ain't
Kravis-
said no
Barbie's house.
Barbie's
Ooh, I like it.
World.
Barbie's world.
Yeah, there we go.
Right?
Like Bobby's World.
Yeah,
I
Barbie's
like it.
World.
Barbie's world.
You should make it Bobby's World, but Barbie. I don't know. Anyway,
Barbie's World is cool.
anyway,
Barbie's house is cool too. Actually, that's the second one.
those are good. So Kravis,
Well, Barbie's
Kravis
crib
will
be too
on there.
hood.
No, you can do it both, but you don't hit the Barbie house back in the day, so that's why I like that.
But Kravis
All
is
the girls
gonna
wanted
be
a
on
Barbie
EP.
house back in the day.
True, but I was a tomboy. That's the issue with the Barbie
But
thing.
your name Barbie, nigga.
I know. That's really the issue with my brand. I'm
Well,
a
that makes sense.
tomboy.
The Barbie's crib.
It's like
If you that makes sense.
Backwards.
Yeah, it is though. But other people name me. That's literally my issue. I'm really not a
She a
Barbie.
gangster. Gangsters don't name themselves.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
game.
I
I
know.
didn't name myself.
Trust
So
me, neither did I. I know.
so yeah, Barbie, whatever. But yeah,
Okay, we're gonna work it out.
We're
So
gonna figure it out. So we're looking forward to that for the 2023 and
Yeah.
more prosperity and more pop-ups and more energy around Barbie.
That part.
yes, and maybe a possible fashion show. Me and Fine Philly, we working some things. We might work some things out. We
I like
working.
it.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna figure some things out.
I like it.
Yeah, oh yeah, and congratulations on being on New York Fashion Week this year, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yes. Thank you. Thank
I don't know how we skipped that one. That was a
Right?
big deal.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many under 5'8" that get out there.
Shout out to Willie because me and Willie was riding
Struggle
bikes
with you.
from.
Big
So let me
deal.
tell you how we rode from Manhattan on a bike to Brooklyn on the bridge.
Listen, get it done. You
Not
gotta get
again.
there.
Not
But
again.
you did it though.
I did, but never again. I couldn't believe it. When we got to the bridge, I was like, Willie. He was like, huh? I was like, we getting on this bridge? He was like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
That joint is a little scary though.
No, it was real scary. The cars.
I be scared driving on that joint, so I can imagine.
Let me tell you how I never knew that we was driving below. So when you drive in,
yes,
the bikers is on top of y'all.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have time for that.
That's crazy.
But I
You
never
ain't
knew
think about
that.
that, right? No, that's
Correct.
a
You
real
never.
thing.
I
Wouldn't
never.
have went.
We
You go up
riding, and
then
I'm
it
like,
comes down.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, why is
But
the
you go up
cars?
first.
I'm like, wait,
I
I'm
would've
like,
been
that's a
terrified. I
tunnel.
would've cried.
I'm like, oh no,
I
we on
would've
top of them. Yeah, we was on top.
I saw the video
Not cool.
about the dude that changed the light bulbs at the top of that shit. That alone would just be in my head the whole time.
Why
I'm
would
on
he
that
do
shit.
that? He must get paid a lot of
It
money.
was a dude that changed the light
did get
bulbs,
paid
and
like
I saw another one about the
$20,000
guy that paints the
Jesus.
He probably
inside.
gets a lot of money.
That's what I said. He gotta get
It's
paid a lot of money.
another group of guys, but there's one guy that paints the inside of the beams so that they don't rust.
Yeah.
Paints them green. But the further you go down, the smaller it is, and you have to literally like reach under you to paint the level under you.
Wow.
But like if something happened, like if you had a heart attack,
You're falling on the ground.
no,
Falling
nobody's
on
going
cars.
to find you for
Oh.
days because you have one supervisor that's all the way up there, over there somewhere.
Oh wow.
Like, and
That's why I said they must get paid a couple of dollars. They
and-
got to.
and
There's no way.
A lot of times you get immigrants to do it. Like people that, you know what I mean, they've been through hell. They like, fuck it, I'd be digging a tunnel at home. Like, it's the same shit.
Jesus.
But like, I think of
Yikes.
those extreme, I watched too many of them episodes
Clearly,
to drive across a bridge on a bike. I'm telling you.
How you think I felt?
I would freak myself
How you
out.
think I felt?
you made it.
But I talked to you the day before, and what did I tell you?
I don't know. I forgot.
I
That
said-
anxiety
I said
kicked through
make
when I got
sure-
on the bridge.
I said, make sure that you get rest, because she was excited.
I would have
Make
cried.
sure you get rest. Make sure that you eat. And you prepare for whatever it takes so that when you get on that stage, you can still smile.
Right.
He did.
That's what I told you.
He did.
That bridge.
Real
still
shit.
smile.
I ain't gonna tell you how it was raining
Handle the
I've
things
been
that
going
you
on
can
the
get.
bridge.
On the bike.
And
on
she's
the
about to
bike,
be on stage.
and I
modeling.
gotta be on stage in about
Black
2
girl
hours,
hair.
and it's lit. Correct. There you
Black girl
go.
hair.
Black girl hair.
I was wondering how. Did you have a hood on and all that? Like
I
you tie
had
your joint
Kel's
up?
Killer Kel. He gave me a hoodie, and I wore that hoodie all Fashion Week. I rocked it on the. They was like, "You gonna wear that on the red carpet?" I said, "I sure am." This hoodie got me through hell, and I had a hood on. Nothing else had a hood. Kel's had
That's
a
what I'm
hoodie.
saying.
I had a hoodie. He gave me a hoodie. Literally, that's what saved me. Was a freaking hoodie.
Listen.
So I wore that on fashion. I wore that on red carpet. I wore Kel's hoodie that he made me on the red carpet. I was not wearing nothing else.
Shout out to Kel.
Yeah, shout out to Kel's. Shout out to Killer Kel's. I was not going to wear nothing else. I said, oh
Killer
no, we're
Kel's
going to
made
wear
it
this.
That's why it's worth mentioning. Like, we go through shit to get there, and I knew she was gonna have a hurdle or two. You know what I'm saying? But you can't account for that.
Mind you, we was doing
going out of town.
TikToks. It was bullshit.
No, they documented the whole shit.
I'm hollering.
They dancing
They
they on
We
bikes.
was
They
TikToks.
dancing they on bikes. They was wilding.
We was definitely acting a fool in the rain. But, you know, I made it, and thank
But
God.
my only thing is similar to the go out, kill shit, come back home. Prepare what you can control before you leave, because you can't control everything.
Right.
You gotta go with it because you have a goal.
Right.
And she killed that because
That's what's up.
she fucking rode a bike like she was walking for
The
cheesecake.
only reason why I wasn't going, you know why I took the bike? They told me that the lift was going to be like $95 or something from only like 15 minutes away. I was like, Willie. I was like, listen here.
You gonna ride a bike?
I
for
got
an
the
hour.
money for the lift, but I said I just refused to give somebody this much money to go
Yeah.
14 minutes down the street. I said, so Willie, you down with the bikes? Willie said, we riding the bikes. And we literally, I asked him, I
Now,
said,
one
Willie,
of
are
those
we
on
going to get on
vacation
this
with
bridge? And Willie said, we getting on this bridge, sis. He said, you got to be at this fashion show in about an hour. He said, sis, you going. Let's go. And we literally,
It ain't no excuses. Shout out to him.
so yeah, shout out to the team. Shout out to the game.
From here and see how long.
That's why you said supportive teams
Absolutely.
really matters that's why I said I really appreciate my team, like Ron and Al and Hippie and Willie and Kay and Sammie. Even Sammie, like Sammie, really motivated me.
Good.
So
and like I don't, I never know what's what, but I wanted to be there. And when I realized that I wasn't going to be there, I'm like, I gotta see where Barb's head at, because I didn't know if you had anxiety about it or what have you. But I've been out there before, so I know that it's a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've been bragging about you being able to do it. I know you can do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's all it was.
And I appreciate you because you gave me a lot of motivation that I didn't have. So I appreciate you.
Shit. I told her the whole time. I said, "You short ass is at Fashion Week. You already what?
Right, that part.
Just go out there and fucking do your thing now." She said, "I don't even think they know how short I am."
They didn't, because they go off my pictures. So my pictures look like I'm tall. If you look at my pictures, I have long.
She big short.
I have long legs. So in my pictures, it look like I'm tall. But no, when I got there,
But don't you have your measurements and all?
We don't send all that.
I'm hollering.
And I still got in the door.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sending all that.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm not sending all that. No.
Yeah.
It's either you like what you see and you pick me and let's go, and you figure it out once we get there. And that's what most fashion designers do. They figure it out when we get there.
Right. A lot of cutting and snipping backstage.
Right.
Listen.
But I just wanted to salute that. I got you.
I got a hole in my lip. Great.
I think you spilled the champagne on the outside.
That's probably what it was. Cause I'm like,
but
guys, wait 1 second.
Go ahead, bro.
We've heard goals and stuff, right? From everybody in front of the camera. We haven't heard any goals
For the K mic?
From the K?
from the case there behind the
Five
camera.
Let's
productions,
go!
okay.
So what goals do you have in 2023?
With the Kravitz guy.
Come on.
Let's swing it your way. Come on. What are some goals? We got you.
Hold on. You got to get the whole shebang. The year and the next year.
Yep.
Wait.
What did you accomplish this year that you're excited about, and what are you working on next year? And move the mic closer to her. Why not? You can pick it up.
So, something that I accomplished this year that I'm excited about. This year was the year that festivals came back, and that was a big. That was actually the inspiration for me getting a solidified space in the entertainment sphere. So festivals really mean a lot to me, and that's what I've been doing the longest. So it was great to have them come back. And I got to produce a festival that my friend, one of my favorite colleagues, used to produce. And she used to have about 25,000 people out there. Wow. Our estimates this year was somewhere around 35,000 to 40.
Yeah,
Wow.
40,
So that was really exciting for me to be able to not only bring that festival back, but also to
increase and expand,
make it bigger and better.
Yeah, right.
But who was hosting? Kravitz was on one of the main stages. Sammie was on the other main stage.
Oh, I remember that event.
G's was out there. DJ
Well,
Cool
that was
G's.
Second Street Festival. That was the other festival.
My bad. I didn't.
I didn't technically produce that one. I just booked the music for that one.
Okay, well, you
I
killed
produced
that.
the stages. Yeah.
No, that's an extra 10,000 too, though.
That did have an extra 10,000. So, and that just tells me that, people still love festivals. They still want to be out and about, especially at these outdoor events where, you do feel a little bit safer. And the other thing that people don't realize about those outdoor events is when you have food vendors, there's a lot of paperwork that you have to do as an organizer to make sure that they're doing safe food practices. There's health department inspections in the morning, and that's all that behind the scenes stuff that happens before the festival even's open to the people. So
y'all be wanting to be late to your own events.
Yeah, you guys, like a lot of the people who go to festivals don't realize that all of that happens. So to be able to do that post-pandemic and like be able to work through the legislation.
That's a big accomplishment.
All of that was really the headache that I was worried about, and to be able to accomplish it with 30 different food vendors for Feastavel. Was great. My goal for that one was 20 food vendors, and we got 30. So
yo, shout out to Kay. Go ahead, girl.
That's something I was definitely very proud of this past year. It was funny. I just visited all of my relatives for Christmas, of course, and they kept talking about how I was on the news like 4 times in 1 week, and I was like, yeah.
There you go. There you go.
It happened. So that's something I definitely want to do more of next year. Is I want to make sure that shout out to my PR guy Corey of Versa PR. And Antoine from House of Talent PA. My PR guys are the best in the city by far and even regionally. So I'm very excited to get the name out there more, focus more on marketing this year, and really just keep things as organized as possible. Like I'm already picking all of my festival dates in January.
Right.
So I can hook up all my vendors and make sure that everything is running to a T. So that's what I'm looking
Shout
forward
out to you.
Yeah.
And then just to keep, increasing everything else. Like we have the studio going. I have my assistant director back there, Cody, running the entire show right now.
Ow.
And that's what I want to do more of. I want to be able to teach more. I want to bring on some sort of production intern at some point this year. So that's one of the big goals of mine too. Is to really just keep expanding like y'all were saying.
Yeah, okay.
Do more, do bigger.
I like it.
Shout out to Kay.
I love it.
I like it.
Good
Turn
shit.
your mic back around.
I like
Drunk
it.
Turn your shit.
Drunk ass.
I like it.
Now,
Leave Kravitz
you.
alone.
Sunny Breaks.
Yes.
It's your turn. I forgot the question.
About my goals, because I didn't talk about my
Yeah,
goals.
This
Let's
year,
go.
next year.
Huh?
next week.
Did you say this year and next year?
I'm
Meet you in the
saying
middle
what you
next
accomplished this year. What you
Well,
accomplished this year.
I talked about what I
She did
accomplished
that.
earlier in the
You did
beginning.
do that, but she didn't say
Yeah,
what you
that was what I
gonna do
opened with. But
What's
I mean,
next
I
week?
think that we all kind of like are like resounding each other and kind of like saying. I mean, I think with whatever you do, you should always, wow, we're having a good time today.
I'm trying to get a drink for the South and I'm fucking
Oh.
up the South fucking feedback. My
Oh.
bad.
No, but I mean, just like what everybody said, it's all resounding that we all like. I definitely aspire to expand. Excuse me. In regards to my notary business, I started in 2021 by myself. In 2022, I incorporated and had agents in Jersey, and now in 2023, I will be global.
Yeah.
It's not a goal; it's actually in fruition right now. So it's an accomplishment that will come to fruition in 2023. We'll be global. When you in Bali vacationing, if you got a property in Cozumel or you got to go to work in China, I got you. So basically, that's what we're doing on the scene notary. On the scene magazine is expanding and growing as well. So I want to see that grow, to where it needs to be. And our properties now on the market. We're doing midterm rentals. I got that. I just want to expand everything that I'm in. Oh,
Here I go.
there I go. Hey. Nah, so I really just want to expand and just keep on flourishing in every way that I can. That's what I want to do.
That's what's up.
Nah, that's
Wait, I have a question for you.
Yo.
So do you teach people how to get into real estate?
Real estate, not necessarily. Notary, yes.
Okay.
I actually went to real estate school and I passed with honors.
Okay.
But I never went any further with it. I have friends and folks and family that can do that.
Absolutely.
But in regards to notary, absolutely. I have already gotten 2 people into notary this year, actually in 2022, who had no idea about it. I coached them, I educated them, and got them into it. And they're making their own money too now.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
Better get your,
I like that.
Get your notarization up there. You know
So
what I'm
that's the
saying?
growth I'm doing too. I'm thinking about I'm trying to think of how I can best fit, like if I should maybe start an organization that can educate people or start a signing service where I can employ people. So I'm just trying to think of the best way for me.
Makes sense. It'll come. It'll come.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing. Now.
Yeah, so global is the first way. Let me just start handling everybody globally.
Man, that's
We're going global,
That's
baby.
heavy.
We're going global, baby. Capital
This
G.
is my first time hearing that. That's heavy. I like it.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it.
I like it a lot.
I
like it.
a lot.
A lot.
I think we all been sipping a little bit too much.
We sipping with Sammie.
But it's cool because
We
we
been
about to cut the
sipping
game
a
off
lot.
and keep doing what the fuck we do. But
That part.
I want to tell y'all that
Take
I
that right.
appreciate each and every one of you motherfuckers, man. Pick
Appreciate you
whatever
right
got
back.
in front you.
Let's
you know what I'm saying?
go.
Salute the person next to you.
Yeah.
And this is Sipping with Sammie. I am Sipping with Sammie, Sam Malone, Barstool, Rug. If you ain't sipping with Sammie, you ain't sipping right. Please get your fucking life together.
Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground. Get down on the ground.
My dad been calling
Get
me.
down on the ground. Down.
This is exactly what I be telling boy who I gave $50 to that ain't give me no money back from the
We're not going to talk about $50. $50 been the name of the game
On the
today.
ground.
That's crazy.
I just had to get there. I love bitches, dumb bitches, hood bitches. No matter what they mind.
Girls, they different than hoes. You know me and my bros, we stick to the code. I'll pass that bitch to my bro, can't save a hoe. I love bitches, hood bitches, thorough bitches, county bitches, no matter what, they my bitches. Big steppers, go getters, and big tippers. Tell nigga, I keep a bunch for my niggas, cause it's girls. I pass some bitches to my bros. I took them all home and they let me bone, and I tell that hoe get on gone.
Mama said them floozies will get you killed. I'm grown, so I seen it, my nigga, and she the realest. Gangsta enough to make a sucker nigga kill you. His emotions got his motions all wrong, I feel him. But I supersede him, it's like I overstand. That tab you ran up, or that hope she was Oprah, man. Hope she had a waiter, riding that shit that weight up. While your twist got you 20 plus in the wake up. Girls, they different than hoes. You know me and my bros, we stick to the code. I'll pass that bitch to my bro, can't save a hoe. I love bitches, hood bitches, thorough bitches, county bitches, no matter what, they my bitches. Big steppers, go getters, and big tippers. Tell nigga, I keep a bunch for my niggas, cause it's girls. I pass some bitches to my bros. I took them all home